So to answer your question, I guess a lot of people know me as Kerrie Kikendall, Director of Sales at L'Auberge. A lot of people know me as Kiki, all things Kiki, because the influencer thing. And some people just know me as Kerrie Kikendall, Harper and Thomas's mom. So like, I think for some, they just don't know that I, like I said earlier, have all those hats. So I just, you know, one, I want to promote obviously my business and where I make money. Two, personal growth and my own, you know, kind of journey. But yeah, so just an overall, like I do a lot.
We'll touch on all of those things because I'm absolutely fascinated by all the things that you do. Because the things that I do know about you, I barely know those things. Like you've been at L'Auberge for what, 12 years, 13 years?
13, yeah.
So 13 freaking years to work at one place and to be in the position that you're in. But then I know you through the LRA and to see how active you've been. But then to find out that you were like a previous chapter president, I'm like, who are you?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't get any of this from like the last 2 years of knowing you.
Right.
You know, but we're about to get into it for sure.
Yeah. And I can be a little closed off. So this helps me be a little bit more like open.
Ah, okay.
So,
I like that
yeah.
because this is
You locked me in a room and I was forced to talk about it.
You agreed to it. You didn't have to agree to it.
I did. But I had a couple cocktails. So
That's true. That's true.
That always gets the info out, right?
So whenever you said yes, I was like, really? Like I was like, what? I was like, dude, we're locking this in right now. Like I'm putting this in the calendar.
But low key, I've been like sweating and freaking out for the past 2 days.
Why?
When you texted yesterday, I was like, we're really doing this. Okay.
He remembers.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I'm glad. Well, I'm not glad you were stressing out. I'm glad that we said yes. So we don't usually do an intro because it depends. We might use the stuff from before. We might not. It all depends.
I love that creativity.
But Kerrie Kikendall, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me.
My intros are terrible.
It's okay. That was great. You did a good job.
I need something better to say.
Cue the name at the bottom, you know? Like.
Oh, I stopped doing that.
Oh, well.
I don't know why I stopped doing that.
I watched Steven's earlier, so
I put
and I didn't know any of that about Steven either. And I was like, who is this person that I'm just learning about? But
I know. So when I sat down with him, that's why these podcasts are so much fun for me because I feel like I know you guys from all the things that we've done together. I know the person you are for sure, but your history, like elusive. I don't know. Is that the right word? Like I have no idea.
It's a mystery.
All the things that he did before.
I know.
Like
I didn't know he lived in Tennessee.
Bar, yeah.
It's crazy.
The monkey?
I know,
like,
the monkey and Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, you are crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew him from, I guess from City Pork before. But technically, I looked at his building when he had Leroy's and I didn't remember that at all. Like I'm very terrible when it comes to remembering people. It takes me probably at least 3 times before I can like, oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, because like, I'll see you for the second time, like, I think I know you. But then I'll get in my own head about it and like, maybe I don't know this person. Yeah. But if they come up to me like, oh, hey, you know, like.
Oh, you never want to be the first one to say
no.
Because then you're like, oh, you're the dweeb that's like, hey, how are you? No.
Because I've done that before.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Like, they're
and
like,
they don't remember.
We've never met. And you're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm JP. like, how do I? And then you just run away and you're like, please don't remember me.
Yeah.
But that was very cool to get to know him too. And I'm really excited about getting to know you today too.
Yeah.
I guess we always start off with, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you started. I don't even know what part you want to even talk about because St. George mom, only I say that because my wife works at St. George and that's how we know each other too. But the LRA and L'Auberge Casino, and I'm sure that's only 3 of like 1,000 things that make up who you are.
Yeah.
Oh, all things Kiki too.
All things Kiki.
I do want to talk about
Shout
that.
out.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that because I watched that and I'm like, wow, like the confidence that you exude on camera. I want to know what the secret is, if there is a secret, or if you do a bunch of takes. Because I know I do a bunch of takes.
Totally. Lots of takes.
I do a whole lot of takes.
People walking in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
kids screaming in the background.
Absolutely.
I did, yep. I can't do anything at home. Because if I do, there's like kids screaming and you don't think the microphone can pick it up, but it does. And you're like, they're just like fighting about Legos right now.
Yes.
Like, can we? So we always have to start over. So take it away. Start wherever you want to start.
Yeah. So I guess we'll start when I got into the industry. As soon as I could start working, so like 14, 15, I started hostessing at a restaurant in Destrehan. That's where I'm from. It's called Cypress Cafe. It was like a little mom and pop, and I just worked on Fridays and Saturdays and really enjoyed like being in the restaurant. And then I became a server, and this was kind of around like Katrina days, when I finally like started waiting tables there. So I got the fast track of like, we were the last stop before you could pretty much go into like New Orleans. So like you couldn't get into Kenner, you couldn't get into Metairie, like Destrehan was like it. So everyone would like go that far and they would look for like hot food. And I just so happened to be working at this little restaurant, and I made so much money. It was like unreal, but I got the fast pace of like being a server in the industry. And like, I mean, I just learned so much during that time. But I went to Southeastern. I didn't go to LSU. All my friends were going to LSU. I just wanted to do something different. So I went to Southeastern. I was like still working at this little mom and pop in Destrehan, like on the weekends. And I decided I probably need to get a job at a restaurant in Hammond because I don't need to be driving back and forth. And I started working for Zia. Don't know if you know Zia Rotisserie.
I do.
Yes.
I do.
Great company to work for.
Corn grits.
Yes.
Yes.
The world famous corn grits that have no cheese in them. And the Thai ribs. Yes.
Those are my two favorites.
Yes.
I feel like we should go there for lunch today.
I know. I want to go for my birthday. So, whoever's listening.
Oh yeah. Zia's.
My birthday's on Sunday. So we'll see.
Accepting gift cards.
Right. So yeah, started working for Zia, loved it, loved that brand, loved the concept, great people. So I was a hostess for a little while there, opened the Baton Rouge location. And then I quickly was driving back and forth again. I was like, here I am. I was trying to get a job in Hammond and I'm working in Baton Rouge. So finally left there. A lot of my friends were working for Don Seafood at the time. And I was like, well, maybe I'll just go work at Don's. They were building a new bar there and I really wanted to like learn bartending. So
and this is in Hammond?
This is in Hammond, yes. So I applied and got the job and immediately started like waiting tables there. And then they built the bar and they're like, we'd love for you to bartend. So like did that for a while, made a lot of money bartending. I really, really enjoyed that. Everyone knows like the bartender's like the cool person at the restaurant, right?
It is, yeah, for sure. That's where everybody wants to end up.
Right. So I was there. And then I graduated, or I actually didn't graduate, but I finished in Hammond. I was there for 4 years and decided, you know, I need to do things differently. My parents had a place in Madisonville. Actually wanted to be a dental hygienist.
Okay.
And I didn't get into dental hygiene school. So I was on my plan C.
It's funny how things work out.
Yeah. So I'm living in Madisonville at the time. Like I really need a job out here. And I applied to work at PJ's Coffee. That's where their headquarters are, right there in Mandeville. So I really, really enjoyed working at a coffee shop. I tell everyone when I retire, I'm just going to like open up a coffee shop and like do that for the rest of my life. But it's a lot.
It is.
It's early mornings and
it's a lot of caffeine.
It's a lot of caffeine, a lot of carbs. But it was fun. And then I also worked at a restaurant in Mandeville. I don't remember the name of it. It was a very short-lived restaurant. They kind of closed down quickly, but I bartended there. So I was working two jobs. I worked in the morning from like 5 a.m. to 10:30. Immediately got in my car and was at the 11 o'clock shift for lunch at the restaurant. So I didn't need to work. I just loved being in the industry.
I'm starting to learn a little bit more about you because that's kind of still how you are right now. It's just like go.
Yeah, I've just always been like that. I don't know. Being busy it comes easy.
It's fun.
I like to say I thrive in chaos.
Oh, dude, yes. Yes. I like that term.
And not a lot of people can say that.
No.
Yeah.
It's stressful, but I enjoy the stress.
It is. I know when I'm sitting at home and I'm just like, this is boring. Like, let's do something. And normally that means spending money. So
yeah. Well, every time you leave the house, it's like $100 now.
I know.
Like at least.
It's crazy.
Doesn't matter what you do. Every time you leave.
Every time.
So what in Mandeville, you don't like, where was this? My wife is from Mandeville, so her family lives there.
Right there on Highway 22, like across from the PJs on 22. So I worked 1077 location, and then that Target exit. Is that 21 or 22?
Bro, I'm so bad with directions.
It's either 21 or 22, but it was right off of there. The owner of it was a bartender at like a restaurant or a bar in like Covington. Like downtown Covington, and then she opened this. So I cannot remember the name of it.
I might
It
not
wasn't
even
open
know
for like probably more than a year. And it didn't end well. She like ripped the TVs off the wall and it was like a whole thing.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah, we showed up for work one day and it was like closed. So I was
Oh,
like,
dang.
okay, well,
no warning, no nothing, huh?
nothing.
Ooh, eesh.
So yeah. So I was working at PJ's and they're like, do you want to be a manager? And I was like, what the hell? Sure, I'll be a manager. This isn't really how I see myself in life. Like I'm going to college. I'm into like nutrition, like carbs and coffee isn't really like, but I enjoyed it. I thrived in that hospitality like role. So when I graduated, I stuck with it. I stayed at PJ's for a little while, still kind of looking for a job, but I knew if I wanted to advance my career, and I had to go to LSU for dietetics. You can't just start practicing as a dietitian with what the degree was that I got from Southeastern. But I was like, look, I have my certificate. I'm good, right? And my mom and dad were like, yeah, I mean, we told you, like, get your certificate and then figure it out. But going back, pre-working at a restaurant, I wanted to be a pastry chef. And that was like my dream.
My kryptonite.
Yes. I heard that too on your other podcast that you have a
God.
sweet tooth. And I do too. It's bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah. I have to say no.
I can't even look at it.
Yeah.
Because if I do, for the next like 2 weeks, I'm going to eat a whole lot of sugar, feel really guilty about it, put on a lot of weight. Like right now, it's been pretty rough. I weighed myself today. I was like, dang it.
Don't get on the scale.
I was like, but I need to know because I need to know the number.
Yeah.
But this week was the first real week that I was trying to be good. And then there's like a festival this weekend and like, oh God,
This is not the time to be on a diet.
It is not. I literally thought that today. I was like, we're going to get in November, all my holidays. Like Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. You just eat.
Yeah.
You drink, you eat, and you spend time with loved ones and you don't have to buy any presents. So like my gift to my family is we cook, or I'll do most of the heavy lifting, and I was like, so my gift to you is cooking something that I love to do anyway. And then I just eat and then lay on the couch, complain to my mom how full I am. Like, I'm like 45 years old, dude. I'm still complaining. I'm like, Mom, I'm so full.
Oh,
I love it.
Such a good feeling though.
Oh, I know. I love it. So pastry chef,
yes.
Huh?
I just really wanted to do that. And I told my parents, I'm like, I want to go to culinary school. I don't know if I want to go to college. And like, no, you're getting your degree.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So once I got my degree, I was like, I don't know, maybe I still want to be a pastry chef. So I started like looking it up and I'm like working at PJ's, and at PJ's we actually bake all of our own pastries there. So like I started to get like that itch for it again.
Okay.
And so I applied to Le Cordon Bleu, and I didn't just apply to any Le Cordon Bleu. I applied to the Le Cordon Bleu in Paris.
Oh, wow.
And I got in. And so I was like,
you
okay.
dream big. I love that.
We went all the way.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we're going to do that. We're going to move to Paris. I'm not in a relationship with anybody right now. Like, let's go. And then probably 3 months after that, I met my husband.
Oh.
And things, we went really quick. Like, it was like, okay.
Life had other plans for you.
And then I'm engaged and I'm still going. And he's like, let's just put the wedding off. We got a wedding planner so that she could, do stuff while I was in Paris. And then I just decided one day that I'm not going to go. I'm going to be different when I come back. I'm not going to be the same Kerrie that's happy now. I was like, I can put that on the back burner. So I didn't go. I think my parents are like low key pissed because they paid like whatever the first admission fees were that I had to pay and ended up not going.
Registration fees and stuff too. Yeah.
I mean, I was on the cusp of like, we have to find an apartment or else, and then I was like, oh, maybe we don't go.
Yeah.
But, and I'm fine with that. It was a dream. And if I didn't go, then, we're fine. And I met my husband and we fell in love and have 2 beautiful kids. And, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I think I was getting away from not having that and just finding something different. So now, I got everything.
Happier.
I was happier. Yeah. So while I was dating him, I'm at the PJ's conference in New Orleans because I was like diehard PJ's. Like I still am. I got PJ's on the way here. One of my boys actually left his trumpet at home. He has band this afternoon. So I had to go home and I'm like, well, I'm going to get a granita at PJ's. So had PJ's on the way here. But yeah, so he is from Baton Rouge, Central technically, but they were opening a store in L'Auberge. And I was like, what is this place, L'Auberge? I didn't even know how to say it really. And they're like, oh, it's a casino. And I'm like, oh, okay. I've never worked at a casino before. This is intriguing. And they're like, well, are you interested? Like, would you want that job? I'm like, maybe. I'm like, who do you call? Like, how do I apply? And they're like, you got to talk to this guy, Sean Malone. I'm like, okay. So he calls him right then and there. Like, while I'm at this conference, he was like, here's Sean. And I'm like, hi, Sean. How are you?
I'm
like,
Kerrie.
well, yeah. And he's like, we talked for like 10, 15 minutes. He's like, let's meet up. Like, okay, we're doing this. So I show up to what I didn't know was a formal interview, but it was a formal interview in my PJs attire, which is basically like khaki shorts and a PJs t-shirt. And
Did you have the apron on too?
I did. I took my apron off, but I did wear an apron while I was working there. And I'm sitting in like the waiting room of HR and I'm like, oh shit, like this is a formal interview.
This is a real interview.
Like I thought I was just like meeting him on the side. I didn't know where I was going. They're like GSRI. I'm like, where the fuck is GSRI?
Yeah.
Like I'm not from Baton Rouge. I don't know. And so after 30 minutes of waiting, which if you know Sean Malone, you know, but he calls me back there and like there's like these little offices and everyone's dressed like fully dressed like
professional,
corporate, professional, collared shirts. And I'm like, shit. Like losing my mind a little bit, but still got a smile on my face. I like put on the charm and I give him my resume and he's like, well, you've worked at all these restaurants. Like, why are you just applying to be the manager of the coffee shop? And I was like, I don't know. I just love coffee. And I thought that's what we would do. And he's like, no, you're going to be an assistant food and beverage manager. And I was like, okay, I've never done that before. And he's like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. We'll see you next week. I'm like, okay.
Wow. Okay.
And so I showed up.
That progressed pretty quickly.
Yeah, I got me some professional clothes.
Yeah.
Went to the Banana
collar.
Republic,
Yeah.
And so I showed up. We were still working temporary out of like some trailers. Like the casino had not yet been built. And I had no idea what I was doing. And I just learned and I absorbed and I got thrown in. We finally opened and it was like LSU had just started like the season. So we opened, I guess it was Labor Day weekend. So like that's like what the first game.
September-ish?
Yeah. And then there's like the first home game. And I was in over my head. I'm like, where have I started working? Like, what is this place?
So
like,
you were there from the beginning.
from the beginning. Like, I had to walk through the casino with like a hard hat, like your PPE, like
Yeah.
all that. Yeah. So
That is so cool.
it was very interesting. Obviously I did like a grand opening with Zia, but I didn't see what.
That's not like that.
Yeah, no.
Like that place is gigantic.
Yes. And I didn't get to see the construction of what Zia was.
Yeah.
It was just like you're showing up to train and whatever. But yeah, so it was really cool just to kind of see. I never saw the hotel though during the whole time, like, because I was mainly PJs. Like that was my baby there. So I'd walk through Stadium. That's what it was at the time when I was there. And then PJs. And like literally we opened and I think I plugged the last machine like in. Like didn't even know if it was going to work or not. And like they had opened the door. There was a line and I'm like, I'm not ready. And they're like, ready or not, here they come.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm serious. Like the granita's not frozen. Like what are we doing? But we got through it. It was tough though. So again, another like fast paced, like learning. I'm like, I've never been a restaurant manager, but like here I am.
You got to pick it up.
I mean, I worked till like 3 a.m. for New Year's Eve, ended up being pregnant at the time. No one knew.
Really?
Yes. So like all of my big like life moments, like I've been at L'Auberge. Like I've had both my kids while I've been there. I got married while I was there. So like L'Auberge has just kind of been like my home.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so worked at Stadium and then they're like, we need help at the steakhouse on the weekends. And I was like, sure, I'll dress the part.
Yeah.
So I go work at the steakhouse. Again, I have never worked in fine dining. I've worked at Zia, Don's and, the hole in the wall mom and pop in Destrehan, Louisiana. So I really liked the fine dining aspect. Like it was slow pace. Like you could actually like think.
Yeah.
And that was different for me. They had back servers. So like I didn't have to run the food. It was just so nice. And I just really was like a hostess for the most part, because all the casino players would come in and you're schmoozing them and, you know, you're checking the tables. And so like I really thrived in that. And the girl who was the GM at the time, she had come from like the Beau Rivage and she knew her shit. Like, so she just showed me everything. And I was like, okay, I'm really getting into the thick of it here. And then she left. And I was like, where are you going? You can't leave me. And they were just like, hey, would you want to be the GM? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Like, how do you say no to that? So quickly became the GM and did that for a little while and got pregnant again in the midst of all that. And I was like, I can't work at the restaurant till like 1 a.m. every Friday and Saturday. I'm going to have 2 kids now. So I don't know if you know David Blitch, but he was the AGM at the time.
I know the name. I don't know much about him.
He's like, you know, a legend in the LRA world. But
that's what I hear.
And a good mentor for me. So he's got a bad rep, but, you know, he's good people. And he really cares about the hospitality industry. And I think it's changed a lot. And I think he still lives in that old school, like, but I mean, I love David, like just his attention to detail. Like he taught me so much. But anyway, I go to him, I'm like literally in tears. I'm like, I can't be like a mom and I have like work till 2 a.m. I can't do this. And he's like, well, what about catering and sales? And I was like, what is that? I was like, I only know restaurants. Like I've never done catering. Like, and so he's like, you're going to be great. You're going to love it. Just show up and you'll be fine. I'm like, okay, if you think I can do it, I can do it. So I became the convention services manager. So that was probably 2 years in at L'Auberge.
Oh, wow. That's fast.
Yeah, it happened really quickly. And so my youngest, Thomas, he was due February 27th. I started in catering November of 2014.
So before he was born.
So before he was born. So like I got in, I was like, hey, I'm the catering girl. And then I was like on maternity leave.
Yeah.
It was really weird. Then when I came back, everything was good. And I didn't have any more kids after that. So, you know, I've been there now in sales for 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So we had a sales manager at the time. She left. They brought in another sales manager and she left. And I was like, pick me. I can do this.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a salesperson, there's a lot of flexibility. So with 2 kids growing up in sports, I was like, I need flexibility for my job. And so I was like, I really want this. So I went after it and I got it. So I was a sales manager, I guess, for the last 8 years. And then recently became the director of sales. Again, went out and got it, you know, but it was.
I love your work history.
Yeah. A lot of hard work, a lot of just pushing myself.
It's just crushing it.
Yeah. No one ever gave me anything.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe David, that one opportunity to move to catering. But other than that, everything else, like just like really worked hard. And
You just put yourself out there.
yeah.
Yeah. I love
Which is
that.
hard, especially
It's
as a
very
female in this casino world. So, but yeah, but in the midst of all that, you know, the 2 kids and then actually during COVID, I got furloughed. So for that small amount of time, I decided I'm going to be a social media influencer and started making TikToks, and that kind of like grew to something I never thought that I would see. And then I don't know, it just was really fun. I still enjoy it, but I don't know if you know my whole story with that one.
I don't. I want to know more of it because I see your account now, and
it's so small now, but it used to be big. That's what people don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So I actually started before COVID. And I was, you know, I'm a big foodie. So I wanted a food blog. And the girls at work were like, yeah, you should do it. You should totally do it. So one day I was just like, hell yeah. Okay. How do you make a website? So I just did it. And I was taking pictures of myself. I got a camera. I was making my husband take pictures of me. He's like, dude, I hate this. And I was like, but I love it. This is so fun. But I was never a good writer. And so I just really enjoyed taking the pictures. Like I wanted to take pictures of the food. I wanted to take pictures of me. And people started asking me like, well, what are you wearing? Like, you're so cute. Like, who does your hair? Like, I love your makeup. And I was like, y'all like that? Y'all don't care about the food? Y'all want to know like more about me? So I kind of spun it into more of like a personal brand, like selling the clothes, showing how I do my makeup, showing how I do my hair. And it kind of grew from there. I think the COVID TikTok really like elevated my Instagram page and like just opened up more eyes to see me, because I was doing all those crazy TikTok dances.
Were you?
Oh, the whoa and the whatever they were, I was doing it. If you scroll way back in the TikTok, you can find that.
I'm gonna have to. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that.
That's why I was like, it's always there.
It's okay. But those are the best parts about that make up who you are today.
Yeah.
So you have to go through those, let's call them cringy parts.
Yes.
Right? That's where you learn.
It was fun. And look, the kids got involved in it in the beginning. And then as I got more traction, I was like, okay, no more kids. And it was just me. And I don't know, it was like an outlet for me to like kind of like
be creative.
Yes. And I thrived in it. And look, I couldn't see the other people watching. It was just me and my phone, and we were just dancing together, and like it was fun. And every once in a while, my husband would walk in, and he'd be like, "The hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying on clothes, or I'm doing a dance." Like, and it was fun. So grew both accounts. Still have all the TikTok followers. Don't have that many on Instagram, but my page got hacked. My Facebook page actually got hacked.
Dude,
it was like October of 2022, 2021, something like that.
Oh, wow.
So a few years back.
They just shut you down?
They just shut me down. I like went to go log in, and it said your page has been shut down due to whatever, what is the term they use? The guidelines, whatever, community guidelines. Yeah. And I'm like, the hell? Like, what is this? And it was like, would you like to dispute? And I'm like, yes, I'd like to dispute. So I immediately filed like the appeal, but I couldn't get into my Instagram either because they were connected, because that's what Meta tells you to do.
Yeah.
Like, link all your stuff and the world will be better. And it's like, no, it won't. Because now I can't get into my Instagram. Now
you're out of two.
And my Instagram was like where I was making money. The Facebook page was just because Meta wanted you to have both. Yeah. So
to keep Facebook relevant still. Right. They're like, Facebook, remember us? Yeah. We started it all.
I know. But yeah, so like they were charging things like on my card that I had on my Facebook page. In case I wanted to like run an ad. Anybody with like a business page knows that you have to put all that. And so my husband's like, what are these charges? And it was like $200, $250. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And I couldn't get into my page to find out. So we disputed it all. Thank God it was my Amex. And they were just like, sure.
Yeah.
You know? And so I tried to find a phone number for someone at Meta, and there is no phone number.
I was about to say, there is no people that work there, I don't think.
No.
Anytime I've had a problem, it's just been, you just give up.
Yeah.
They will wait you out. I don't give up often, but when it comes to Facebook, I'll give up. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, we're sending the same email back and forth like 40 times.
Right. And it's someone new each time. So you have to retell your story. So I finally got someone on the phone. And
you did?
I did.
So there is a person at Facebook.
Well, they have to call you. They don't give you a number to call. They're just like, set up an appointment, yada, yada, yada. Because I was like, I am going to get
You
this
really
fixed.
don't give up.
No.
Wow. You found a person at Facebook.
I mean,
That's
was like
probably
a whole
should be the top of
year
your resume, probably.
Yes. Meta expert.
Yeah,
but
right.
I mean, obviously not, because I never got my page back. But yeah, I talked to this guy. I felt so bad for him. Poor little guy. And I apologized after. I'm like, I know that it's not your fault, but this is being recorded and I need them to know how I feel about this.
And I want QA to freaking listen to this.
Absolutely. I'm like, this isn't my livelihood. This isn't my main source of income. But what if it was? Like, what if this was how I made a living and you guys suck? Like, I basically told him that. So I pretty much wrote an essay saying, I am who I say I am. Here's my social security card. Here's where people have paid me through Meta for this platform, and they still denied it.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a lovely lady towards the end. Like there was a lot of open communication with her. And she would call me and she was like, I just want to tell you, like, it got denied again. So like, let's try to do it under your husband's name. I'm like, okay. And long story short, like, I didn't have an LLC for my business, which I was like, I'm just an influencer. It's not a business. And I couldn't prove that it was mine.
Oh
and
my
so
God.
that's what it was at the end of the day.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's absolutely terrible.
I know. And I still don't have an LLC. I probably need to do that. But
Oh.
yeah, I know. I learned no lessons.
Whoa. Like I don't have my own like individual LLC.
Well, like how do I even, like what do we call the business? Like, I don't know. I need to talk to someone. But now I only have 2,000 followers. Before I had like 36,000 followers.
Cool.
So that's where it needed to be a business. Now I'm not making any, I'm just getting free stuff now,
36,000?
but, and I lost it all.
Oh, wow.
And like that.
I sent a screenshot of someone today who's got like 26 to my partner. And I was like, dude, we got this person. Look how many followers. I was like, but 36? Dude, how hard is it to get that many followers? How long did it take you?
It took a good solid 4 years, but I think the COVID dancing.
It helped a little bit.
TikTok. Yeah. It helped me go over the 10,000. So I was like right at like 8,000 whenever I guess that all shut down. And then it just like built from there. And then brands started reaching out. I started working with them, and then they're cross promoting you with their brand. And so there's more exposure. I like literally did something for Dial on TikTok, and like, I mean, they paid me a stupid amount of money to like literally wash my hands and promote Dial soap during COVID. And so like, then I'm on their platforms and it's just that visibility. And like, that's kind of where that goes. And at one point I was like, can I quit my job and be an influencer? And then life just was like, nope, no, you can't.
Yeah.
So
oh man,
I put all my marbles into L'Auberge, and I do some of the stuff on the side just for fun because I really do enjoy that as well. But then I started to just put more of my efforts into like my real job.
Yeah.
And I had to go back to work. I was all by myself. I didn't have a team yet. And so I was working my little tush off there for a little bit, but
We do. That's very cool that you do that.
yeah, I know. We didn't even touch on the LRA because I went through that whole spiel about myself and didn't even say anything about the LRA. So
I'm sure we'll get to them because that's how we do know each other through
Yeah.
the LRA. So I'm sure we'll talk about that. But I'm more interested in, so I can totally see how you did that though. Like every time I've seen you, now we can lump in the LRA, because every time I've seen you do something LRA related, like you're hustling hard. Like the first thing you said to me when I said hello to you for Oktoberfest was, I'm so sorry, I'm like sweaty and stuff. I was like, bro, dude, get it. You know what I mean? Like you were just
Yeah.
like going. And I love that about you because you get things done.
yeah,
Like I love that because everyone else is kind of, not everybody. There's a lot of groups that we're a part of, and there's just some people that just kind of sit back and, you know, you're like, bro, pick something up. Like,
Right.
do something,
yeah.
you know?
That's why we need more people like you on the board.
I like doing things. Though.
Yes.
I love doing stuff. And because if I don't, I get bored. Well, maybe you just sit there and watch other people do work.
Right.
Like, that's weird. That's a weird concept, by the way, to sit back and watch other people do work.
Yeah.
I don't have that in me. I can't. You just feel
I have a hard time just delegating. Like people walked up to me that day. What can I do? And I'm like, grab a linen.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something.
Like, right.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not in my mind right now. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
like think what I'm thinking. But
if you just have a list of things to do, I'll just like start chopping it down. Like
Yeah.
my whole thing is, what can I do to help and stay out of someone else's way? Because if you're in the mode of getting things done, I can't stop you. Like I can't stop your flow and be like, Kerrie, what do I need to do next? You know, like whatever you think you need to do next. Right.
Yeah.
And then when everyone can catch a breather, then you go, all right, these are the things that are left over and these are the things that we need to do. But yeah, I didn't know what to do when I first got there. And I was just like, tables, perfect. We'll start with tables. Right. And then we're like, all right, pint glasses. And then I started drinking probably.
yes,
And then it became,
you had a great time.
I had a great time.
I mean,
it was so awesome.
That was the best year we've had.
Really?
Yes.
This is the fourth Oktoberfest?
Yes, fourth year. So we did 2 at Point Marie, and then this was our second year at the Live Oak. So
I was there for the last Oktoberfest and I had fun, but I had a lot more fun this time.
yeah,
The same band played. Like, do we have more vendors this year than last year?
I think so. A few more.
It didn't seem like that much more. I think, yeah, for sure there's more, but I don't know if it was like that much more. So I don't even know if it was the vendors that made it better or
We kind of like tightened it up a little bit to make it a little bit more cozy, which we probably could do a little bit of a better job. But yeah, like the tables in the middle and everybody just like hanging out. Like that is Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever gone. It's on the bucket list, but
Mine too.
yeah, my parents just went and I was like, tell me all the things. Like, and they're like, it's just, you walk around, eat pretzels and drink beer. What you want? I'm like, okay.
That sounds so awesome though, but in
Right?
a completely different country.
I know.
Like that would be so cool. My cousin, he lives in Germany and he's always like inviting me to go. And it's like, it's so hard to do things now. Like it's just so hard.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it doesn't, I don't want to complain about it because I'm enjoying everything that I'm doing, but there's just so much going on that I have, now that I have kids too. I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. How old are your kids?
12 and 10.
12 and 10?
Yep.
So I'm sure they're a lot, I was going to say a lot easier, but I don't think they get easier.
Well, you have girls, right?
I do have girls,
Yeah.
yes. So right now, I feel like it's the best play stage right now. Because now all we're doing is goofing off together, playing. I'm trying to get them to not drop the F-bomb all the time.
Oh.
I talk the exact same way in front of them as I do in front of everybody else.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have like let's call it a filter or
I feel that.
yeah. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't really I can't hide it.
Keep
because
it
if
real
I
with the
do-
kids, right?
Yes. So it originally started, me and my wife, when they were just starting to talk back, we would be like, all right, no curse words, no this and that. So then for like a day, I try to be good. And then Sarah would start dropping F-bombs like, dude, what the fuck? Like you just told me, right? And then she was like, all right, I'm gonna try to do better. And then she's doing better. And then I'm dropping F-bombs. And I'm like, oh. So this went on for like maybe a few months before we just said, why don't we just teach them not to say this in public? You know, it's probably a lot easier to do than for us to change 40 some odd years of like speaking.
Yeah.
You know? So now we're in that stage where they think it's funny. Mm-hmm. And they're using it properly. So I can't be mad at them.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they're using it incorrectly, but now they'll just like, and they'll smile when they do it. So you're like, all right, that was pretty cute. That was pretty cute. You know, like watching a little girl walk around, just cursing, you know, like what? Like I'm smiling, I probably shouldn't. I'm a terrible discipliner when it comes to that type of stuff. Because if I don't think it's a big deal, I'm not going to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that's a big deal at all. It's just words.
Right.
It's how you use those words that I care about. Like, are you yelling at somebody? Are you like calling somebody?
Yeah.
You know, then that I have a very big problem with. But just walking around talking about like lettuce or something, I'm like, dude, that is stupid. Like, fuck this lettuce. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. The balance part's hard for me. And Sarah sent me a text this morning asking me to ask you, how do you do it all? And how do you do it with such energy, I guess? And probably behind the scenes, you're probably super tired, you know, probably stressed out. But from the outside, you make it look effortless. Like
Yeah.
you're 2 boys, right?
Yep.
St. George, L'Auberge, LRA, like Louisiana Hospitality Foundation too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And all the volunteering for St. George. Like, geez, do you know how much stuff you have to do?
Yeah.
Like, thank God Sarah works there. So she does a lot more than I do. But just the things that I go to, I'm like, where does anyone find the time to get this done? So what's your secret?
I don't know.
Is there a secret?
So my husband would tell you that I am the hardest working lazy person he knows.
I can relate.
So when I get home, I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do anything. I just want to like get in my jammies. I want to watch a show, pour a glass of wine. And we have 2 boys. Like we need to wash clothes. We need to, someone's got to make dinner and it's normally me. And it's like, I want to decompress at the end of the day. And he's like, let's go. There's things to do. And I'm like, but I've been going all day. But I don't know, just having that balance, like having my time to like
recharge.
Yes. And then, I mean, work is work.
Work is work. Yeah.
I say I have a job in the morning, I have a job during the day, and I have a job at night, and they're different. Like work I can do. The kids stuff, sometimes it's so chaotic. I'm just like, whoa. But I do have my husband to help. Like he picks them up for a lot. we have that good balance. Like we like to say it's 50-50. So he, although wasn't there a lot when I was like breastfeeding and he couldn't do anything. He's like, I don't have the boobs you do, you know? And I'm like,
He's like, I can prop your feet up probably.
Right.
You need a heating pad or something.
Yeah. And now it's like, he loves the age that the boys are at. Like they are a little bit easier to manage. Like they can go to the bathroom on their own. They can make food on their own. Like, so, he loves that and he thrives in like getting them to all these practices because he's signing them up for all these things.
Then it's his fault.
Right?
100%. You chose this.
And
like
look, I'm there with bells and whistles. I'm wearing the colors, like whatever we are. If we're doing baseball, I'm in black and red. If we're doing football for St. George, I'm in green. So, but yeah, I think there's a good balance. Like to have your partner be there halfway with you is really important.
I absolutely
But I do get that question a lot.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's so tough because sometimes I think about like my part and I'm overwhelmed, and then I have to think about Sarah's part, and I'm sure she's overwhelmed, and you just don't show it all the time. You know, like every so often there's, you know, you explode a little bit. Like, can you just help him get in the car? And you're like, whoa, I got you.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know, like I'm wrapped up in my own head, you know, and then she's late for stuff, and I'm so lucky because she does do a lot for me. Well, I don't want to say for me, for our family. Yeah. You know, before we had the kids, she did a lot for me, but now I feel like it's a lot more than that. So for the family, she brings them to school in the morning. So she drops both of them off. One still goes to daycare, and then one goes to St. George. Next year, both will be at St. George, so I think it should be a little bit easier. I say it should be. Yeah. But I'm extremely lucky because I'm a morning person. So I can get way more things done in my brain in the morning than I can in the evening time. In the evening time, it's got to be like robotic stuff that doesn't take a lot of brain power, because you don't just stop working, you know, but things that you have to think about, like strategy, game planning, like what are we going to do? Like, how are we going to move the needle? Yeah. You know, those things are my early morning things. And I have about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours in the morning before I have to do anything, before my appointments and meetings and whatever it is. And that's when I get the most stuff done. And she allows me to do that with the things that she does for us. Yeah. You know, like awesome. She makes the lunches in the morning. I don't know how to make a lunch. I'm like, don't you eat at school? Right. Right. But no, apparently we give them a choice sometimes. Depends on what they're serving. What? Yeah. See? Me growing up, there was no choice. Oh, yeah. Me neither. But now there's a choice. It's like, Mom, I really don't want to eat the pizza today. And you're like, all right. So she's making sandwiches and like putting like snack bars in. And I was like, you eat at school, dude. Right. Like, I'm not making you this. I was like, you better hope she never dies, because like, you're not getting this kind of treatment from me. Yeah. You know, like I'm going to take care of you, but that's a lot of like extra stuff. But she loves that stuff. She's always wanted to do that. She'll probably kill me if I say something wrong, but I feel like being a mom is like her calling. Yeah. You know, like she enjoys it so much. She complains about it a lot, but I complain a lot too. So we both complain a lot, but we still love what we do. And that's the craziest thing, because you just have to, now that they're 12 and 10, you said, like that's a lot of practices. Yeah. That's a lot of like social things that they have to do now, because isn't that where they start developing like how do you hang out with normal human beings and stuff? Yep. So you can't like keep them at home because you're tired. Right. Oh my God. Yeah. You're stressing me out for the next 6 years right now.
And this is just from the boys' side. So for girls, they learn a lot faster than a boy does naturally. So like they're a little bit more advanced when they get to like the 10, 11, 12-year-old stage. So they zoom past these boys. They're taller than them. They're smarter than them. So it just is, you know, that's the nature of boys versus girls. And when you're seeing that in their adolescence. So, oh God. Yeah. And girls are like now, like they're 12 and they're like into boys. And so our boys are like, yeah, we're not interested. And so then you have that weird dynamic. And as a mom, I'm like, well, she's cute. Like, and no, Mom, like gross. I'm like, okay. But
I don't remember when I first started.
Not that I'm forcing that on it, but it's just like, you know.
My girls will come home now and be like, this is my boyfriend. And I'm like, bro, like
Yeah.
I don't want to be like that dad. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Because I know it's nothing, but still, it's
They're just saying that's like, you're my boyfriend and I'm your girlfriend, okay? And like, that's it. Then they don't ever talk. They don't do anything. And you're like, okay.
I think last year Joni came home and said, we got married. And I was like, do you even know what that means? I was like, she didn't. I think they had like some fake ceremony at recess or something.
Yeah.
And but I wonder what they do at school. Sarah's lucky because she gets to see it. So she'll tell me all the stories and like all of her teachers and stuff and like the faculty, they'll send pictures. So I get to kind of live vicariously through that side of things. So I feel like I know what's going on without having to be there.
Yeah.
You know, but that's
why I try to volunteer so that I can see.
Ah, yes.
I want to see what's going on. We have Grandparents' Day coming up, and I love Grandparents' Day. Like, I don't know what it is about old people, and they're just like precious, and they don't know where they're going. And I get to be like the first person they see at St. George, and I'm like, yes, I know you. You're whoever Smith's grandparents. He's in kindergarten this year, and like I love that day. It's like one of my favorite days to volunteer. It's Grandparents' Day.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not get volunteered for Grandparents' Day.
Well, we still need volunteers.
What? Oh, dang.
Not that I'm on home and school. I do the auction. So.
It takes a lot of people to make that school run. Like
yes.
The fair.
That's
everything.
a whole beast. Yeah.
Like everything. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how they do it with the amount of staff that they have without volunteers.
We do have a good like volunteer like community. I feel like the parents really care. They want like at the fair, you see so many people like they will work a whole shift like all day and not go see their kids at the fair because they want to like help out. So I think we like other schools I'm sure also have that, but I only see what St. George has and I love what I see. So
I love what St. George does.
Yeah.
I went to Our Lady of Mercy and I don't remember it being that way, but then again, it's two different perspectives, you know, parent side now versus student side from before. But it was a really good school.
Yeah. I went to public school, so I'm like, this is great.
People give a shit.
Nobody volunteered where I went to school. I mean, some people's moms, but not like this. This is next level.
This is really next level.
Yeah.
Like there's so much involvement and it's not fake involvement. It's like they want to be there.
Yeah, no,
like,
they truly care.
You know, like they're fighting to volunteer. You know, like they want to do these things. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm a part of a school that does that.
Same.
You know?
Yeah, that's why I like doing the auction. One, it's at L'Auberge, so that's always.
Okay.
So I'm kind
of. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I went last year.
Oh, did you like it? Was it fun?
I drank.
Oh, okay. Well,
I drink. It sounds like I drink a lot, but when I go to events, I like to have fun. We Uber, you know, like.
Oh yeah. But there's a hotel there too, so you can stay. I do set up a room block every year for.
I'm gonna leave it up to Sarah because she's usually my DD, a good bitch.
Yeah.
So, like, you can drink and, you know, she'll have like one cocktail and that auction was really freaking cool too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
What, do we have a time for that this year?
Yes. It's February 7th back at L'Auberge. We're doing après-ski. So I'm excited about that. Like a little winter wonderland. Mm-hmm. Hot chocolate bar, hottie toddies, that kind of thing. Yeah.
I'm for sure there. I can't.
And it's easy to like find a costume or outfit. Because I will say that about the parents as well. They go all out for the auction. They love to dress up. And I love them for that.
I didn't dress up last year. I was a loser.
What was the theme last year? Was that disco? No, that wasn't last year.
I don't remember because I didn't dress up.
I should really know this, but maybe it was disco. Yeah, it was disco. So I had like blue eyeshadow. I had my hair froed out. That was a good one. The 20s theme one, a lot of people also went all out.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like, that's like my era. Like, I love that.
Classic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like, I think I cried. I'm like, yo, did such a great job dressing up. And people are like, what? I'm like, I've been here since 6 a.m. Okay, leave me alone.
Yeah.
But
that's going to be cool. I'm excited about that.
It's going to be a good one.
I can't wait for that one.
Yeah. And it's nice that it's at L'Auberge so I can like help where I can. So, because events is, you know, that's my realm.
I wanted to ask you that question because you said you were director of sales, but I don't know what that means. Like what exactly is director of sales for L'Auberge?
So I get that a lot as well. I basically manage the sales team there. So I have my convention services manager, which I was previously. I have my convention services planner, and then we have a catering coordinator. So that's my team. So basically, like if you wanted to have an event at L'Auberge, you call me.
You're the person.
And I'm the person. So I find the date, I negotiate the price, I send the contract out, make you feel all warm and fuzzy, and then I pass it on to my girls, which they're
and
great.
Then they execute.
And they execute the whole thing. So I used to be on that execution side, so I can speak a lot to that as people are like asking questions while they're trying to book, where maybe a sales manager who didn't do that before doesn't have that same.
They don't know all the things that you can do.
Right.
Because I'm sure you've had to like make things happen too.
Absolutely. Like I can whip up a menu real quick for you. Like, I'm like, well, what do you like? What are you thinking? You know? So that helps a lot with my job. So
Those aren't small events either.
No, we do a lot of big events.
None of those events are small. So
yeah, you came to Fête Rouge, right? Yeah.
I go to a lot of events. Oh, not a lot. Maybe a lot. There's a lot of events that I go to that are at L'Auberge. And I love L'Auberge. L'Auberge holds a special place for me because when I first started business, no wife, no kids. So like all the money I made was my money. Awesome. Such a great time, right? But I spent a lot of it at L'Auberge.
Well, thank you for that.
That's how I know PJs so well, because when I walk past PJs, it brings back all of these great memories of me staying there till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, like trying to talk people into free pastries, you know, or they'll just see me and just give me free coffee because I come in there like 3-4 times a week. Because this is when we had the bar in Tigerland too. So by the time the bar would close, I wouldn't really drink or anything while people were there, you know, not that responsible, right? But then you're amped up by the time everything's done. It's like, what am I gonna do? Go home and not sleep?
Right.
So then you go to the only place that does still serve drinks. So you play some table games and you catch up, I guess. And then my favorite thing was every time it's not a win or lose because I didn't really care about the gambling part. I cared about the free breakfast buffet. If you played long enough, they gave you a free breakfast buffet.
Yep.
And I don't know why that was so important to me, but it really was. So it made it fun. I was like, I got to stay long enough to get this buffet.
Right.
And then after the buffet, you go home and then get a few hours of rest. And then you go back to work to do the whole thing over again. Right. But when we were younger, it was easy and it was fun. And I would totally do it again. Not now. Yeah. I can't do it now. But back then was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So PJs was awesome for me. And that's why I like L'Auberge so much. So I haven't been, I only go back for events now. So
well, a lot of things have changed. So you saw the new Edge because we had something for the LRA there. Yeah. So that's a great venue.
It is. It's
pretty much rented out like Thursday through Sunday for Christmas parties in December.
Oh, yeah.
So I can do private events in there. And then obviously the event center, we can hold up to 720 people in there seated, or 1,400 for like a reception. So
1,400 people. How many people came to Fête Rouge?
I'd say around like 800-900.
That was a lot of folks.
Yeah. And look, that event brings a lot of people on a Friday night, and they go downstairs and they gamble. They go to the bars. So it's always a good one for us. We've been hosting them since I've been in the sales department. Yeah. So probably a good
8 years now.
Yeah. Maybe even 10.
Very cool.
So, and I know all the the people. Yeah. So it works.
It's fun. I had so much fun. You know, like everybody
there.
L'Auberge
closes. So.
Yeah, it does. Wow. So yeah, you never get tired in there. Do they really pump oxygen into the casino? Is that a thing?
Yeah, they also have like scents that they pump in. So when we were smoking casino, they would pump like more heavily these scents and then pump the smoke air out. So yes.
I love that.
The HVAC system is very intricate at the casino. So around the holidays, probably like right at Thanksgiving, you'll start to smell like Fraser fur in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, dude, smells will make you feel things immediately.
Yeah.
And you don't even know why you feel something. You're like, oh, I feel happy.
Right.
The science behind casinos. I'm probably going to deep dive that tonight before I go to bed, I think.
Okay, well. Tell me if you learn anything. I don't know that much. I like to tell people that all the time. I like expose myself, but I've been working there for 13 years. I really don't know the ins and out of the casino because it is so intricate. I just stay in my lane with the food and beverage and the hotel side, which like the hotel is a whole beast in itself. I'd never worked for a hotel before I went over on the catering side. So I've definitely learned a lot working there. And so the casino is just like the last piece that I just don't know. And it's like, I don't need to know it. I don't use it every day. I mean, I know general information about the casino, what I need to, but like there's a lot going on there.
That's exciting.
It takes a lot of people to
it
run
really
it.
does. And I'm sure the rules.
Oh yeah. Just from like the state and the gaming commission.
So many things you can't do.
Absolutely.
Things that you have to do.
Yeah.
That's a lot to keep track of. That really is. How many rooms are at the hotel?
We have 205.
205?
Yep.
I don't think I've ever stayed at a room at L'Auberge.
Have you not?
I don't think
You gotta come on down.
I live here though. I live in Baton Rouge. So it never occurred to me to stay at a hotel in my own town until about recently. Sarah and I started doing like staycations every so often. So we'll go to the Watermark or something downtown, but maybe L'Auberge needs to be our next.
Yeah, do dinner at the
place to
steakhouse.
stay. Yeah.
Get a room. Maybe when the pool's open, then you can go up to the pool. Right now it's closed. You can still go up there, but during like the winter months, we close it.
Yeah. That's
it's up
very
on the
cool.
rooftop. So we do private events up there as well.
We did an LRA event last year there.
Yes.
That was very cool.
That was to kick off the golf tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
How many events do you do at the casino, would you say, like a year?
We average about like 20 a month. So what's the math on that? You said you're a numbers guy.
Times 12, 240?
Yeah. And that's like just an average. So I'm sure it's more than that.
Wow.
Like October was a really good month for us. November, not so much. I think the football schedule is kind of wonky in November. Now we do have some big events, but just not as many. But like on normal month, like 20, 25 is like average for us.
That's a lot of
But like we
events,
probably had
though.
40 just in October.
Oh my God. Now thinking about, because if you have that many events a month, you probably have like overlapping events on certain days.
Absolutely.
How crazy is that team that you have to put together? Like if there's like I just want to say 2 events, but you could probably do 3, 4 events a day.
Yeah. So in December, we will do Event Center, Edge, Rooftop Pool, and our Chatsworth. That's our like core 4 that will have Christmas parties. And there are pretty much every weekend is like that.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane. 4 parties in one day.
Yeah.
Like big parties too.
Yeah.
God damn.
And that's not even like there could be a meeting during the day and then that's just at night. So we're rocking and rolling over there.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So director of sales is a lot bigger than most people think.
It is a big deal. There has never been a director of sales at L'Auberge Baton Rouge. It's not something that I think they give out to just anyone.
Yeah.
So they really had to create that for me, which, shows me that they really care. And
Yeah.
they appreciate the work that I've done there.
And
So
you're extremely capable.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I mean, I've been doing the job
Yeah.
for the last 8 years, but, managing the team and all that as a sales manager, like isn't typical. Like a sales manager, like goes out and just finds the business. Like
Yeah.
I was like doing payroll, looking at the numbers, sitting in the meeting. So I've been doing it.
So the role isn't just sales, it's sales and operations.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you manage a team that big?
I mean, I just have the 3 girls. That's what I manage.
But they manage other people though, right?
They don't. So I have a banquet manager and he manages all of the banquet staff. So we don't have to do their schedules and manage that, but
I have so many questions about how do you delegate so well?
I have a really good team. I will say that. They make me look good. And look, that I was saying that before. You got to have the people underneath you working just as hard as you are. And I've always put that mindset there. Like, I'm not going to not, push in a chair or pick up trash. Like, and I expect you to do the same thing. So I have a great team.
I love that. I'm trying to build up the team right now so we can grow. Because I realize I can't do everything myself. I'm used to like, well, if this is a problem, I'm going to fix it. And now if this is a problem, now I have to teach you how to fix this or hope that you can fix this. And if you can't fix it, then I have to teach you. But I found that now I just have to sit with people, I think, instead of just delegating, because delegating, on the surface, delegating is super easy. Hey, this needs to be done. Hey, can you do it? If you say yes, boom, let's do it, right? But especially in my business, it's, you get a lot of yeses, but you don't really get a lot of results unless you force the results to happen.
Yeah.
And it used to be, well, not like get out of my way, but let me show you, let me do it. But if I do that all the time, I don't teach them anything. So now the hardest part for me is, and Patrick will tell you, I have this jaw clench thing that I do, where it's like, I want to say something, but I'm like, all right, we got to just give them time. Like they got to figure it out. Through it. Yeah. And then like you're watching them kind of, I tell them I'm here for support now. Support to me used to be more hands-on. Like, let me show you, let me do this. And now support is, all right, show me what you do. And then I have to notice whenever you get hung up on something. So like you'll see like someone get like frustrated, or you'll see someone get like, they'll just get quiet out of nowhere. And you're like, all right, cool. So something just happened. All right, tell me what's going on. And then for the next 5 minutes, they tell you nothing is going on. And then you're like, something is going on. Tell me what's going on. How can I help you? And then you're like, do you feel this? And it's like a bunch of like cold reads probably, right? It's like, do you feel this? All right, cool. Not this. All right. Do you feel this right now? And then like, you'll see them like react. You're like, okay, cool. So it's this. All right. So this is how I can help you. Right. You know, because I've realized that if you hire really good people, and we usually do, people with like outstanding core values, but that doesn't mean they're good at what they do all the time, but that means they're willing to learn. But that also kind of, most of them won't tell you. Maybe they don't know. Yeah. Maybe they don't know until you show them, right?
I think that's what it is. Like the generation that's coming in right now, they want you to teach them. They want you to be present. They want you to help them.
But they won't ask for it.
They won't.
They'll just be like, I got this. And you're like, cool. And then when you talk it through with them, they know the words to say. So we do this, we do this, we do this. I was like, okay, so you know already, right? Yeah. But then when it comes to...
And it could take a couple times for you to repeat that.
It does.
As well.
It really, really does. But yeah, no, I think you nailed it, because I've been trying to figure out how I can motivate my team better, because it is a bunch of younger people, you know, like it's their 30s and younger, you know, like I still don't know what I'm doing. And I'm older than that, you know?
Right.
But I now know to ask for help. Because if I can't do something, or if I don't know something, I will be the first. But hey, like I'm not really clicking with this. Like this doesn't really make sense right now. Can you show me?
Yeah.
You know, or how would you do this? I ask a lot of those questions now, and I feel like they think it's weak to ask questions like that or to ask for help. But if you just sit there with them, and then just kind of help them when you see it, they're a lot more accepting of it. Dude, how is it? Is it fun?
Yeah.
It's not as scary as you thought, huh?
I feel like I went really quickly through my story. So sometimes I can be a blabbermouth.
We can go back.
I'm like, take a breath.
So the term now is yapper.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I'm a yapper.
I'm a huge yapper. Like I've always been a big yapper.
We skipped over a whole portion of my life, but you know.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Whenever I do these podcasts, I don't do them to hit a goal. It's just to get to know people better.
Yeah.
I started using this word in the last one, but I feel like it's therapy for me. So it started off as helping people. So usually how I start things off is I want to help people, but then I forget how much help that I actually get in return, you know, like the benefits that I get.
Yeah.
So being able to talk to someone who gets it, someone who's like a good person, you know, because how many people do I deal with who aren't good people and I just don't talk to them again? Or I keep my interactions with them minimal, right? Like some people you kind of have to deal with, right?
I do like to say that I'm a good reader of finding those people. And I just don't waste my time with that. Like the girls at work, like, God, you read that one like a book.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I told you they're going to be crazy. It's like, I don't know. And I'm a pretty chill person, and I'm very like aware of my surroundings. And sometimes it can be a downfall because I'm like, I didn't want to see that just
You're
happened
too
over
observant?
there. Yes. Yeah. But sometimes it's helpful because it's like, no one's just going to creep up on me and get me. Like, I'm going to know that you're heading this way.
I love that. Yeah. I think that's what makes me so good at what I do. And Megan, when she was here, she's really good at picking up on, I said it, micro cues.
Yeah.
Because at first I didn't realize what I knew until I read or I saw things or read things that like labeled them. Because like to me, I just know things, right? Like this person's probably lying to me, right? Or this person's this, or this person's that. It's I feel very Gen Z when you talk about this stuff, but like vibes and stuff, right? Like it used to be auras, I think, like back in the day.
Yeah. Well, they still say aura now too.
Do they?
Oh, the kids are saying
it's
aura.
Coming back?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Have you seen that Jimmy Fallon skit that he does where he's like, "Bro, what's up, bro? Let's go, King."
Was it the Justin Timberlake one?
I don't think he's with Justin. He's with someone else. I don't know. I feel so old that I don't know who this is. I think he's a singer. But I'll send it to you.
I like it. Yeah, please. I love one.
I like showed it to my 12-year-old and he's like, and I was like, now I call him King. And he's like, stop calling me King. I'm like, but you look so good, King.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the aura.
How I got my kids to stop saying 6'7", I started saying 6'7".
Yes. I'm like, if we normalize this, then they won't think it's cool anymore.
Yeah. And they don't say it anymore.
See, mine still do.
Yeah. I still don't know what it means, but I'm just doing it to make fun of them.
Yeah.
I'm like 6'7".
Like everything is like 6'7".
And you're like, I've tried to deep dive how to like what all that means. So like anything that you can find on the internet, I've read it and I've watched it.
Yeah.
And it still makes no sense.
It makes zero sense. And I was like, is it the height? Or like what? And like first time I heard it probably was like a year ago and it was on YouTube. They watch all these basketball. They're really into basketball. Yeah. And so I'm like, what is 6'7"? Was he making fun of somebody? Like I thought it was like this guy said he was 6'7", like height, and he really wasn't. And then everyone just started dogging him for it. And they're like, no, that's not it. I'm like, but that's a good story. Yeah. Can we go with that?
It means something.
And now he has his own water and...
What's the rapper's name? Skrilla? I think that's his
so
name.
It actually came from a song, right? That's where it started.
Well, that's what they say, but we were talking about this because I brought my daughter to the LRA thing for the Oktoberfest at Drago's with Charlotte Sams, and she apparently knows some stuff about 6'7", so she was schooling us on this, and I was like, I don't know if anyone knows anymore. Like it's just so crazy now. I thought it was from the Lil Wayne song, like 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot.
Yeah, no, you're showing your age on that.
Yeah. So I was like, so it's not from that at all.
No.
Because I was like, oh, that song. So first thing, like I said, Lil Wayne, because I'm old, and I'm like, I'm a Lil Wayne fan, and it's not from there. And then the actual song itself doesn't actually make sense either. That Skrilla one, because I tried to listen to it. The beat's not even all that good, dude.
Right.
You know, and I was like, bro,
they're just not making music like they used to.
Yeah. I was like, so I used to DJ through college and grad school, and I played a lot of what I considered good music, you know, like music that you could move to, that you felt.
Like some T-Pain?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
That's what I grew up on.
T-Pain, some Baby Bash too, right? Like all of that. Drake was at the end of it. Like I didn't get a lot of Drake in my DJing career. Like
what were the years that you were DJing? As I'm like
2005 to I don't know, because I was DJing for the house in Tigerland when we owned it, and I was DJing for our moms when we were at a college bar. So maybe 8 years ago. How old is it? 2018. Probably from 2005 to 2018. Because I think I finally graduated college in 2005, and then I went to get my MBA from Southeastern. And then during that whole time, I used to say I didn't want to grow up, but I just like to have fun. You know, like I just want to be happy. If I'm not happy, I don't want to do things, right? But if I'm happy, I'll do anything. It could be tough, it could be disgusting, it could be dirt. I don't care. But if I'm happy, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I was telling someone the other day, like apparently my saying is like, if it's not fun, I'm out of here kind of deal. But fun doesn't necessarily mean not hard or not stressful. Fun just means I choose to do this.
Yeah.
You choose your hard, right? So we were talking about me complaining a lot. Like I complain when it's hot in the summer. I complain when it's cold in the winter, but I would rather complain about it being cold because I can fix it a lot easier. But I still love to complain about things, but it doesn't mean it's not fun for me. You know, I'm just a complainer to the right people. If you know me, and it's where I come, I was like, God, like I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it and doing a great job at it. You know, like it's not like I'm complaining and doing a shitty job.
Yeah.
But I
feel that.
I want to be vocal about it.
Right.
You know, like we're talking about Thanksgiving. I want to complain about how full I am, but I want to be that full.
Right.
You know, like I want it to hurt.
Yeah.
But I still want to complain about it. I am looking forward to complaining about it right now. It's not even It's at the beginning of November. Oh my God, it's November though.
I know.
It's like November 5th. That's oh, dude. Time is going by so quickly.
It really is.
And watching my kids grow up it makes me want to slow down. But if I slow down, then I can't give them the life that I think they should have. You know, like before they were born, I was 100 pounds heavier than I am today. And I'm a little heavier than I should be right now. But before my kids were born, Trent will probably hate this because I'm going to tell everybody now, but every day that we would drive to Hammond, we would have conversations like, what kind of a person do you want to be? Right? Like, what kind of a father do you want to be to your kids? You know, like basically who do you want to be? So we would have these conversations, and I boiled it down to this, which I don't think this is like completely accurate, but I don't want my kids to grow up with a fat daddy was my term for it. But what that really means was I want to be healthy enough to be able to live a long time, to see them go through all their stages of life, you know, and to be involved. I couldn't bend over to tie my shoes without huffing and puffing. I was like, how would I play with my kids? You know, this is before I had kids. You know, like how am I going to play with them? You know, like, you have to like roughhouse with them and like wrestle them and stuff and do whatever. And that's when I decided to. There was a bunch of habits I had to put together, but waking up early in the morning, you know, learning more about diet and nutrition, and like I know how to put it on real easy, but I also know how to take it off now. Prior to this, I knew how to put it on. I did not know how to take it off. So Trent's wife said something the other day to me. She was like, you're really good at putting on weight and taking off weight, which I was like, that's really the only skill that I wanted to have so I could teach my kids, because they have my genes. They're probably going to put on some weight. All right. And I'm okay with that. But what I wasn't okay with was I want them to understand why they put on weight so they can take it off. Because I remember when I was bigger and I didn't understand, it's just kind of not a hopeless kind of feeling, but or not a depressed feeling either, but like you just lost maybe, you know, like how is everyone else doing this? And then you're looking at people selling workout programs, and you're like, none of these work if you don't actually have that mindset to where it's like you're working, you're like, it's once again, it's probably math, right? Calories in, calories out.
And everyone's journey's different. Yeah. Everyone's body's different.
Mm-hmm. And I know now that if it takes me 3 weeks to put it on, it's going to take me 6 weeks to take it off. And not pushing myself so hard that I want to quit. Because I used to do that too. I would be like, all right, we're doing cardio, we're lifting heavy, like we're doing 1,200 calories a day. You cannot keep that up for very long.
No.
And I thought that's what you needed to do, you know? But now I know how. It's slow.
Yeah.
But once again, we're in the holiday season, so maybe maintaining where I'm at is probably a better goal. And then maybe January, I'll go hard again on the weight loss part.
So is that what you're mainly doing? Like cutting calories and working out?
So yes and no. I don't like to count calories because it's a pain in the butt. What I do like to do now is track my protein. If I track my protein and I get 180 grams a day, then chances are I'm already full and I'm getting what I need to still build muscles and not to lose muscle. And then I find that at its bare minimum gives me what I want without me having to worry about too many things. If I make something too complicated, I won't do it. I've done that before too. Like this is like I'm the most complex plan, and you just don't want to do any of those things, you know? So now I just have I don't use my FitnessPal anymore. I use chronometer, whatever, chronometer. So because it's still free. The other one, like the scanning of barcodes, they started charging me for. Yeah. So I was like, dude, screw you, dude. Like I don't use this app that much for me to have to pay for it every month. So the chronometer one still works for me because I can still scan things. And as long as I'm in the right area, I know that I will slowly lose. But I enjoy doing the carnivore thing now too, because it's less decision making.
Yeah.
As a dietitian, did you practice that at all? Or
no? So
you just wanted to go into that world?
Well, I never truly was a dietitian. So I can't say that because I didn't have that certification.
But it's something that you wanted to do. You
Right.
were passionate about it.
Yes.
Right?
So when I was finishing at Southeastern, so it was like family consumer sciences with a concentration in nutrition. That was like the exact terminology for it. I don't even think that that's a degree anymore there, but
I was like, that's a mouthful. I was still trying to remember what you just said. Could you say it one more time?
family consumer sciences with a concentration in nutrition.
Okay.
So
Family consumer sciences.
yeah, well, I was a biology major prior to that because of dental hygiene, and I had to take micro and all that. So I was like, what do I do with all these sciences? And I love that stuff, but I'm like, I cannot be a doctor. Can barely be a nurse. Like, I liked dental hygiene. I don't know. It was weird, but that was plan A and we're on plan D now. But so I worked, like my last semester, you had to do like an internship. So there was a frequent flyer at the coffee shop, and she was a dietitian. And so I just asked her one day, I was like, hey, can I do an internship with you? And she was like, sure. So she was like a home health care dietitian. So she would go to people's houses. She would write up nutrition plans, and she never brought me with her. She was an interesting lady. I will say that. I would just be at her house and sit at her desk and file all this paperwork. So I can't say that I really learned anything. I just remember keeping her organized. I was like basically her assistant, and she paid me like little to nothing. I made more tips at the coffee shop than I did doing that. But she was lovely. She was so nice. Maybe that's why I didn't want to pursue it, because I was like, if this is what I'm doing all the time, I'm not a paperwork girl. Like, so yeah, it was short lived, but it was like a semester of my life.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I learned, all the things about how important protein is and how the human body works. And so
I'm constantly learning new things about that now, because things just keep coming out.
Yeah.
What was they used to tell you that you couldn't process more than 30 grams of protein in one sitting, and now apparently it's 100. And you're like, you didn't figure that out?
right.
Like, how many decades have you been saying this, and you just figured this out? I was like, I feel like you're lying to us.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it is lying, though. It's just trying to sell things like
and a lot of it was like old school. I'm like, when was the last time this book was revised that I'm like learning from? Like, and the teacher's telling us like pizza is a great thing to eat for breakfast. And I'm like, what? She's like, it has carbs, it has protein, it has dairy. And we're like, you should not eat pizza for breakfast. Like, is this what she's telling us? So it was just interesting. I think I would have liked more of the science of like nutrition. And maybe if I would have immersed myself in that a little bit more, then I could have had a career in that. Just like take like food science almost in a sense. But I don't know.
You got to go through those things.
Yeah.
Wow. We hadn't even talked about the LRA yet.
I know.
Do you want to talk about the LRA?
We can talk about the LRA.
Okay. I mean, we talked about Oktoberfest.
I'm trying to think of like what year. I guess I joined when I started working at the steakhouse. That was like kind of when the interest like peaked, and David at the time, who was like very involved.
So this is like a decade ago.
Yeah. That seems like so long ago.
You've been involved for so long.
I mean, it doesn't feel like that. I'm like, the kids are a reminder of how old I am, because I don't feel like I'm going to be 40 on Sunday, but I'm going to be 40 on Sunday. So,
dude,
I know.
Sarah just turned 40.
Yeah.
Like
it's
last
a big
month.
milestone birthday.
Yeah. We went to New York without the kids.
Yeah.
Partied.
Oh, that was okay. I was on the text for all the drinks.
Yeah.
Was that trip?
Oh,
Was that on that trip?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So on that trip, talking to tie in the influencer thing that you're doing, I started using my own personal Instagram for branding, because no one knows who I am really. Like I'm not that kind of a person to public. I'm a very private person. That's the word that I was looking for. And I always have been behind the scenes, like that's where I thrive. But the way the world is going now,
you have to put yourself out there.
Yeah, if they don't see you, you don't exist.
Right.
And I hate that.
That's step one of like, everyone's like, how do you just start that? I'm like, you have to feel comfortable about putting yourself out there. And people are going to hate you regardless. They're going to hate you if you're doing great, and they're going to hate you if you're doing something wrong. So like, what's the point? So this is how I make myself feel better. Anyone better than me will never say anything bad about what I'm doing. It's always the people who aren't doing as much as you. Those are the ones that are always going to give you lip, right? So once I kind of figured that out, it's like,
I don't care about them anyway. You know, like why would I take criticism from somebody that I wouldn't take advice from?
Yeah.
You know, but the whole influencer thing, I hate that term because I feel like it carries so much like negative connotation, you know, like you're trying to be something that you're not, but really you're not. Like you're just the good ones anyway. Like I stalked your page. Like you seem very genuine on yours, right? The same person that I see on your Instagram is the same person I see when I meet you or when I see you on a, I can't say day-to-day basis. We don't see each other every day, but when I do see you, see the exact same person, right? And those are the ones that I like those, we're going to use this like influencers, right? Those are the ones that I like the most because they're the real ones. It's just you on camera, which is what I hope I am whenever I'm on camera. It's the exact same person that you would see anywhere, right? But influencing is such a strange term because I went to that thing on Monday. It was like an influencer event. And there's like all these people with their phones out. And I'm like, this is so awkward. Like, I do a lot of, you can even see me now. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like it just feels weird.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not used to this and I don't think I ever will be used to it, but it's fun to learn.
It is. It's like a world that we don't know, like growing up. And so it is fascinating.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
And I've accepted the challenges. You know, once again, it's consistency. Like you don't get to 36,000 followers without being consistent.
Yeah.
Right.
And it can be very rewarding.
It is creative. The whole, like, I enjoy shooting things like with a camera, not like hunting.
I knew what you meant.
But I enjoy filming things because there's no better feeling than when you look at the back of your screen and you smile to yourself like that was really good, you know, because you know it's good when you do it.
Yeah.
And then like it's so like instantly gratifying. You're like, dude, I nailed that one, you know, banger.
Yeah.
You know,
one half the battle is like the editing side of it, which a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have someone else editing your videos or your content and it's just you. Like that's where all the work is.
That is all the work.
I could film myself doing shit all day.
Yeah.
But like to put it all together and make it look very like cohesive and
tell a story.
Yeah. That's the hard part.
It really is. I hope AI is going to start to get better at that now.
Well, look, I posted an AI picture and people were like, when did you do that photo shoot? And I'm like, y'all thought I set up a photo shoot in my bedroom with my husband with a ghost face? I'm like, no, dude, that's AI. I've seen some holiday ones recently, like hot cocoa by the fire. I'm like, okay, we're going to have to do that again. But yeah, AI was like, if you are not using AI to create your content or in your everyday business, like you're behind the mark already.
You already behind,
Yeah. I mean, people in my realm, like doing sales, they're using AI to prospect new business. So I can tell AI, like, find the top 10 businesses in Baton Rouge that host annual events every year. And AI will tell me. I'm like, okay, give me contact information to these businesses. AI will find that on the internet and give it to me. And I can cold call them, which nobody really does anymore, but email them. And if you're not using it,
you're already behind.
You're already behind.
So for hospitality, when we talk about hospitality, everyone's always worried about AI. AI is only going to help you because it doesn't replace that face-to-face interaction. What you see digitally or social media-ly, I don't even know the term. So what you see on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and YouTube and stuff, if it doesn't match with who you are in person, you don't get that trust with people.
Yeah.
And so this is why the interaction, the face-to-face, the people-to-people part, it'll never go away. Like we're a social species.
Yeah.
You know, like
people want to see the real, the raw, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like they enjoy that. That's why so many people like stories on Instagram. Because for a while it was just pretty pictures. And it's like after you see so many people, but now it's like the reels, you can create like a video and show a little bit more, but then in your stories, like that's where people are their rawest.
Yes.
So that's where you see really someone's life. And I do a good job at least posting in my stories. I don't have as much content to post on my Instagram as when people were just throwing free shit at me all the time. I mean, I still get a little bit of it, but so go like and comment on anything you see because it helps me.
It does. It does.
And that's the other thing people don't get either. They're like, how can I help? How can I help you grow? I'm like engage in the content. Yeah. It's all about the algorithm.
Matter what you say. Yeah. You just got to do something.
Just double tap it. Even if, you know.
That's like the bare minimum, because sometimes I still get in the habit of scrolling and then I'll have to scroll back to like things.
I'm the like girl. And like people have said, like, I really love that you just like everything that I post. And maybe I'm creepy. Maybe like, gosh, Kerrie liked all this stuff. But I just know how important it is.
Yeah, it really does help.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at stories because I know that's where you nurture the relationships with the people you already have.
Yeah.
Reels are to gain new people. Carousels probably do in the middle of stories and reels, but stories is where you really connect with the people that are already following you for a reason. So that's when we went to New York. My goal was 15 stories. That's all I had to do. And it didn't even get to like 15 stories of like me. It was it turned out to be the things that I drank until I got to a 7 out of 10 on my drunk scale. Because after 7, I didn't trust myself to post anything. So all the pictures that you would see, it's like, all right, he's drinking. He's all right, now he's over here now.
Right.
Because I can't be responsible enough to like make sure like the background is good or like, because that's super important too whenever you're posting things.
Yeah, but some people want to see the raw. Like,
I'm not there yet.
Then you could just make your picture blurry and be like 8 out of 10, like you got to play into that. You got to use that to your abilities, like to keep them engaged, because you don't want to just jump, like be done, because they're like, well, where's JP? Where'd he go?
Yeah.
Is he okay? And they're texting you like, JP, stop posting. Like, did you get hit by a car, buddy? Are you fine? But yeah.
I'm getting better at it.
And all these filters you can use, like you can do AI now in stories.
You can remove things now. Yeah, I saw
crazy.
That. You can like do Gen AI and like add things to it now. That part is more fun for me because it's more on the creative side. Photoshop's had that for a while. So I'll do it for using that program. But now it's so accessible to every single person. And the fact that it's like voice to text now, so much better.
Yeah.
Like now that you can describe what you want instead of having to figure it out, pull assets in from different places. I love where this is going. And I'm not afraid of like my job being taken away by AI. It's only going to make it that much easier to reach more people now. Because, well, once again, because I like to learn. I love learning new things. So I have a saying, if I want to make more money, I just learn new things.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. Like you saw the camera when it went down. Like I love a good problem because I'm going to fix it. Every problem has a solution. It might not be the solution that you want to do. It might, take a little bit more effort, take a little bit more work, might cost some money. But there's a solution to every problem that you have. And we were talking about that before, is if you have the same problem more than once, you're choosing to have that problem at this point. But if you blame someone else for it, how are you going to get better?
Right.
You gotta take ownership of it and say, all right, I can fix this.
Yeah.
But if I don't want to fix it, then that's another thing. Like weight
And
loss.
it's hard when you work with people that don't want to fix it either. And you're the one that wants to fix everything.
Yes.
It can make it very challenging.
It does. Because everyone assumes that solutions are easy.
Yeah.
And they're not. Thinking of a solution sometimes is easy, but sometimes that's hard too. But whenever you they just want everything given to them.
Yeah.
Everybody, I want it too. Don't get me wrong. If someone were to give me all the solutions, I'd take it. But I know better, I know that that's not going to happen. So do I just sit here and complain that people aren't giving me the answers, or should I probably go out and find the answers? Which is why I'm really big on giving people answers now. Like, I think that's helping. Also, I think that's hurting. Double-edged sword. So I like to give people like input, like to steer and to guide.
Yeah.
But I used to just give you the straight up answers and help you get there. But you don't learn anything. The next time you have a problem, you just call me and be like, bro, I'm kind of busy right now. Like, I can't really help you with this, right? And your staff kind of does the same thing to you too. Like if you start, let's call it enabling. If you enable that type of relationship, that's all you're ever going to have. It took me a long time to figure that out. And I can't remember where I heard this, but it's a 1-3-1. Boil every problem down to one problem, like one singular problem. Like a problem could be like multiple little problems in one, right? But just pick one. And then I ask for 3 viable solutions that can make the problem go away forever. Not like a Band-Aid, like maybe we do this and it lasts for a week. I'm like, nope, forever. I want this problem gone forever. Give me 3 ways that it can go away forever. And then by the time you think of those 3, then I ask for what's your one recommendation. once again, I can't remember where I stole this from, but it's helped out so much because when I first started doing it, people were like, oh, but now by the time I ask for a 131, they figure it out on their own and then they feel better about it.
Yeah.
And then now they know they can do it again. They just need that little nudge to be like, bro, you got this.
Right. I mean, I feel like I've been thrown to the wolves so many times in my life and my career that I just figured it out. And I
like
did
that about
a lot
you.
wrong and I did a lot right. But I knew I learned from it. I learned from everything.
Yes.
So
I used to say that about people. I learned something from everybody. Either I learned what to do or what I shouldn't do, right?
yeah, every single relationship in my life has helped me grow.
Yep.
You can't regret what happened in the past.
No, embrace it.
I mean, I've been fired from jobs before and
You learn from it.
yeah, absolutely. I
can't-
didn't do anything wrong and I shouldn't have been fired,
Yeah.
but I did get fired. So
But you learn. You learn
Yes.
the type of organizations you want to work with, the type of people that you want to work with.
yeah, how you carry yourself.
That's what I like about you is you figure things out.
Yeah.
But that's fun though.
It is
right?
fun.
Yeah. Like it's
I
not,
often don't think I'm wrong either. And sometimes
Yeah.
that is a downfall, but I'm right a
you're
lot.
confident.
I am.
So I also say this because I want to be wrong. I want you to prove me wrong because I'm right a lot of the times.
Yeah, same.
You know, because I put a lot of thought into
But
it.
when I'm wrong, I admit it.
Yes.
I hate those
will.
people that won't admit it because I will.
I'll be the first to say, bro, I'm wrong about this one, right?
Yeah.
We'll do it your way. There's no ego when it comes to growth. There
Yeah.
shouldn't be, or else you won't grow. But my management staff will tell you, I'm like, dude, I want to be wrong about this person. I want to be wrong about them. Please let me be wrong about this person. And I'm never wrong.
Yeah.
I'm never wrong about when it comes to the types of people that we employ. Because I'll give them the good and the bad. It's not a personal thing let's call it evaluate.
Right.
I used to say judge, right? Because like you have to judge people. I used to tell people like when I hire you, I was like, no matter where you go in this life, this world, you're gonna be judged. At least here, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I'm gonna do it, right? So you don't have to guess.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be judged everywhere that you go. I know I am.
I think it's important for them to know too, because this generation thinks that they're doing everything right and they need to be told when they're not doing it right. Then then they don't develop into the team member that you want later.
No.
Like when you hire like a server, you're not thinking they're going to make them a manager, but they could grow into that. And that could be their career. They don't know it then. I didn't know at all whenever I was a hostess at 14 that this would be where I'm at. If you told me I was working at a hotel at 40 years old, doing what I'm doing, I'd be like, you're so dumb. I'm not doing that. I'm going to be a dental hygienist, making pastries on the weekend, doing sourdoughs. And I'm not doing any of that shit.
You're not making sourdough?
No, I'm not. I think about it, but I also think about knitting every once in a while. It's just like, that time thing that I don't have. It cuts into my chill time.
Yeah.
And that's important to me.
You have to have it. When you give so much of yourself to someone else, people forget that you have to recharge.
Yeah.
I had that conversation yesterday. Because when I tell people I'm an introvert, people are like, no freaking way. And I'm like, dude, like this is a lot. Like one-on-ones are awesome for me because it doesn't take energy from me. It gives me energy.
Yeah.
So this is fun for me. But you put like 10 people in a group and I have to do this for 10 people at a time, I can do it. But that's a lot, dude. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And
I always say it's okay to be a little selfish.
yeah, you have to be.
Yes.
My saying is you can't pour from an empty pitcher.
There you go.
Right. So if my pitcher is low, how am I supposed to give you some?
Right.
But if I can fill my pitcher, now I can give. Someone took it a step further and they're like, the reason why you're able to do that is because your pitcher is overflowing. And I was like, bro, sometimes this pitcher gets empty, but that's the only time that you can give is when it starts to overflow. So if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't help anybody else.
Yeah.
There's nothing that makes me feel better than making people happy.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're in hospitality, right?
So like I used to,
If we weren't wanting to make people happy, we shouldn't be
we
doing
would
this
be
job.
doing this. Yeah. We'd be miserable.
Yes.
You meet a lot of different personalities in this business.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of people that you want to spend a lot of time with, and you meet a lot of people that you're like, hey man, if we never saw each other again, I'd be perfectly cool with this.
Right.
But while we're working together, I'm going to make the most of it because I'm not going to let you turn me into someone that I'm not. But sometimes that's difficult. A lot of times that's difficult.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you respond to bad reviews and like you're talking to these people and you're like, bro, like you're just not a happy individual. Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
nothing that I can do that's going to make you happy. Like,
Right.
like I understand you had to wait 10 minutes before someone greeted you because we were super freaking busy. I get that. But I don't think what you're feeling comes from that. Those are the types of people. Those are the types of people that worry me. But at the same time, you know, they shouldn't worry you. Like they don't think twice about this. The reason why you double tap like other people's posts and stuff, because you know how much that helps. They don't understand how much that hurts.
Right.
You know, they just think it's like, most of the time they're like, well, I didn't think anybody was going to see that. You know, but the emotions are still there.
Yeah.
Like, you hurt my feelings. You know, like I don't think anyone like thinks about that anymore.
No.
Like there's an actual human being on the other side of that screen, and you act like there's
Right.
not.
Just because you can't physically see them
Yeah.
doesn't mean they're not there.
Like it doesn't matter how many followers you have. You're a human being.
Yeah.
Like it affects you the exact same way as if you said it to my face.
Yeah.
But now there's like 40 people that just said it to my face.
I know. And having a business is tough because at least with my personal brand, I just delete the hate comments. And I can do that because
Yeah.
I don't
Block
I see it.
them, yeah.
I just swipe right or left and it goes away. But like if you have a business, you have to respond.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
But like educating people on like how important it is to comment on things like that. Like you see, I mean, like L'Auberge gets a lot
Yeah.
of hate. And there's a lot of people that work there to make that place operate. There's a lot of people that work really, really hard. And
you're trying to hurt people's livelihoods right now.
people don't understand that. And it's tough that like they have to respond to all that negativity. Like there's a reason why the buffet doesn't operate 7 days a week. It's a food cost. Like, have you turned on the TV lately? Have you noticed that the economy has an issue with food cost right now? Like when you go to the store and you buy milk, it's $3 more or whatever it is. And that's the same for us as a business. Like we can't just put milk out every day if we don't know
if anyone's
it's
going to
get
drink
drank.
it. Yeah.
So
we're just throwing money away.
from a business standpoint, we decided to just have it open on the weekends because that's when we are the busiest. So
Because if you're throwing money away, you have to put that into somewhere else.
yes.
Until you own a business, you don't understand that. I see a lot of comments on like other people's like posts about like food and stuff, and I hate when I see it, but it's like it costs $4 to do this and you're charging $20, and you're like, do you know how much it costs to rent a building, electricity, water, internet, like everything? Start piling all that on, and then tell me how much it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like the hospitality industry has like held off for a long time to increase our prices.
It has.
We've
I know for
always
sure. I did.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to.
But you think about people in industry and what they're charging for like, I don't know, pipe or whatever.
Yeah.
It's outrageous. So like you're going to have a meeting and complain about my per gallon coffee price when you're charging someone $1,000 for a piece of pipe this big. Like, you know, it's just, that's the world we're living in.
Like I think people down to their core are really good. They just don't know.
Yeah.
So if I can help them kind of understand a little bit, maybe they'll be a little kinder to the next person. Because you take a lot. Yeah. This business, you take a lot.
Yes, you do.
I call them shit sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like we eat a lot of shit sandwiches that nobody ever sees, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like by the time they see us, they see the bubbly side of you, and they see like the fun and like the hardworking, and you know, they just see this, but they don't see the part where like you just got a bad comment. You're like, bro, why do these people hate me? You know, that's why I originally joined the LRA. It was like probably a couple of years into COVID. I just felt alone. You know, like I knew other people were going through it. Like logically, you know, everyone else is going through the same thing, but internally you feel like it's just you. So when you get to surround yourself with people who are kind of all going through the same thing and like who don't hide it, you know, like if I ask anybody.
No, not our group.
Yeah, our group is awesome for that. It's amazing for that because they won't, how's business? You know, they won't be like, oh, it's great. You know, because like if you say that, I can probably tell in your voice that you're probably faking it. Yeah. And I'll probably leave it alone. I'm not gonna pry. But I like the ones like, dude, I was down like 33% this week. You know, like we'll tell each other. And it's like, but this is this is what I'm doing to make up for it, or this is what I'm doing to whatever. And then maybe it might give someone else an idea of what they need to do. Because no one tells you what to do. Yeah. I wish they did. I wish someone would be like, success, you follow this roadmap and you'll be there. But they don't. You have to learn. You got to get thrown into things, figure it out.
Absolutely.
You know, but it takes a certain
Which is what happened to me with LRA.
Did?
Yeah. So basically David was like, you need to join. And I remember being at, I think it was Country Club, Louisiana. They were having like a meeting, and it was me and Brad Watts. And they're like, we need you to go to the other room. And I'm like, the other room? Why are we going to go to the other room?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, where their main dining area is at CCL. And Brad's like, what are we doing? I was like, I don't know. I think they're voting on something. And he's like, I think they're voting on us. And I was like, oh, that's what this is. But like, I had no clue. I'd never been on a board before. I had just no expectations. So we come in and everyone starts clapping. And I'm like,
congratulations.
I start clapping too. And I'm like, what are we clapping about? And they're like, yay, you're on the board. And I was like, oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
like,
I did
so
not
what
know
does
that.
that mean? But then you go to like little orientation and, you know, they talk about it. So that was like my intro into it. And it was really just like I started going to meetings. I was really good friends with the chapter coordinator at the time, Courtney, and we're still friends to this day. And so I guess it was like 2 years later. So this was like 2018, 2019. I think I was president. And it like nobody else was stepping up. And David's like, you're going to be the president. And I'm like, the fuck I am. I just joined. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not standing up at that podium in front of me and
with the
hitting
gavel,
the gavel.
yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that. And he's like, you can do it. And he's like, if anyone can do it, you can. I was like, okay, like here's my mentor telling me like basically like get your ass up there and represent. So I did. And it was fun. I mean, I don't know if it's like my personality to like lead a whole board. I'm more like behind the scenes, like give me a task and I'll go do it. Like Oktoberfest, like I love doing events, obviously, because I do that every day in my job. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I learned a lot. We'll say that. I went to the state board meetings. I met all those guys, all the good old boys in New Orleans, you know, the Dragos and the,
I bet that was cool.
yeah, and they're not the warm and fuzzy, like, you know, and I'm a woman coming into this. And so they're just like, oh, you're David's girl. And I'm like, I'm not David's girl. Like, come on.
Not the right label.
Right. But I think I proved myself as that. But when they were like, do you want to be president again? I'm like, fuck no, I don't want to be president again.
You
like,
were president for a year?
I was president for a year. And most people do like a 2-year term. And I was pulled away from a lot at work. I was pulled away a lot with my kids. And I committed to a year and I said I would do it. And I did. And I'm proud of myself for doing it. But after that, I was just like, I'm just a behind the scenes girl for this in particular. Because I don't work at a restaurant. I can't represent an association and I don't even own a restaurant, you know? I have restaurant experience and I know what everyone's talking about. But how can I stand up here and be an advocate for all these amazing restaurants in Baton Rouge? I'm like, I did it. Check. So, I mean, I'm still a part of it, but like
a big part of
it. But I was definitely more involved before you joined, which is crazy.
Brittany told me that yesterday. I was like, what? I was like, how did I not know these
I didn't
things?
miss a single meeting, a single event. I was at everything, every committee. Like I gave all of myself.
Of it,
to the LRA.
100% to it.
Yeah. And I got a lot out of it. I learned so much, met so many great people. I mean, we really do have a great board.
Yes.
And I love how it's expanded and I love the new faces that we have. I get very excited about that. So
I don't know any different, to be honest. So to me, this is what it should be. And then you hear people talk about how it was and how it wasn't like this. You're like, I'm surprised y'all even stayed together.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't we just disband this whole thing? You know, like if it sucks, why are y'all still doing this? But part of like the state board stuff is I want to learn more about what the LRA does, because even if you ask me right now, I don't know. I don't know what the LRA does. I can tell you about ProStart. I can tell you about the events that we put on, the fundraising. I can tell you about, like, as a group, how we help one another, right? But as the large, like, association, I don't know what that does. And then Brittany will say something. We advocate a lot, you know, like
that's a big part of it.
Like we crush bills that like
Stan does a great job.
That's what she was saying.
Speaking for all of us. Yeah.
And those are the things that I have no idea about, you know?
How are you going to DC? Are you doing that trip?
I'm going to go this year.
So that was when I really, like, as the president, they send you. And I was like, I'm going by myself. Like, my husband's back home with the kids. And like, I really, because I was by myself, like, I absorbed it. And I was just like, okay, this is big. We are on Capitol Hill right now talking about restaurant issues. And so, like, Stan does that every day. He is like the advocate for us. So It's pretty cool.
I find that to be very interesting because
And some of the guys like at the state level do sit on the national board as well. When I tell people NRA, they're like, "Oh, National Rifle Association." I'm like, "No, the Restaurant Association." Like, I'm not packing y'all, but
gun rights for everybody.
So like some of them have now moved on to that national level, which is great for a state like Louisiana to be recognized at a national level for. I mean, if any state, it would surely.
It should have been this one, yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like that's a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't just be on that type of board or committee, and it takes a lot of effort. I'm starting to realize that now in life. I didn't think life was this hard, you know, because you have to allocate your time properly.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want out of life? Like, what's most important to you? I talk about priorities a lot. Like, I have a list of priorities, right? Like family comes first, then my business, and then as it goes down, it's like less important. So if I have to choose between two events, I know how to choose, right? I'm not going to choose like partying with my friends over, you know, taking care of my daughter because she's sick or something. To be honest, I'd rather be with her anyway.
Yeah.
Than most people that I know. I'm a big family guy. As introvert, homebody, family person, it just makes sense. You know, I would much rather be with them than anywhere else. You know?
Same.
Which is why if I'm going to do anything, it better be awesome because do you know what you're taking away from me right now? You know, like my life is way better on this side, right?
Yeah.
So if you're asking me to do something on this side, it better be not equally as awesome, but awesome enough, right?
Yeah.
Because we were talking about that with you before. Like, how do you do all of it? You know, like, I'm sure you want to do more things.
I do. And like, I've actually joined some boards recently, like well, not
which ones?
boards, but organizations so that I can eventually maybe be on the board. So like MPI, Meeting Professionals International.
Okay.
They're mainly out of New Orleans. So I just want to like learn that market and, you know, bring Baton Rouge to New Orleans and bring some of New Orleans back to Baton Rouge. We don't get a lot of credit out here for our meeting space and like hotels and conferences. And so like that is such a big, it's the Gulf states. So you're pulling in from Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, but home base is really New Orleans for them because there's so much hospitality in New Orleans. So I joined that. I've been a part of Louisiana Travel Association for a while, and that, you know, obviously more in line with what I kind of do. And then the Hospitality Foundation and the LRA. So, and I'm on the Ascension Chamber. I'm a member of that as well. So
I'm about to say
not on the board, but
you're wearing me out. It's just talking about the things that you're involved in.
Yeah. And that's the Lodging Association. I go to all that stuff. I try to.
Seriously.
There's an AI thing coming up soon. And I was like, I will be at the AI meeting.
Like, how do you?
It's just.
You must have to live like by your calendar. Like
100%.
Like there's no way.
So don't change anything on my calendar because it will literally fuck up my whole week.
Yeah. I tell Jeff all the time, like my life is planned out at least 2 weeks in advance, if not more, because my rule, if it's in the calendar, I have to do it.
Yeah.
So no matter what the scenario is, if I put this in the calendar, it's gonna happen. And if it doesn't happen, it won't be because of me, you know, because if I don't have that hard rule, it's so easy to justify like, well, I'm not going to go to this thing or I'm not going to do this. So the most important people in my life all have access to my calendars.
Mm-hmm.
So,
same. Do y'all use Cozy?
No.
Oh, we use the Cozy app.
We're still iCal all the way. Yeah. Apple. Cozy, huh?
Yeah. So I can, like, if the grandmas need to know about it, I can like mark them for that. And everyone's color coordinated on the calendar.
Oh.
So.
Does it sync with your other calendars
it does.
too?
Yeah. So,
Cozy. Thank you for telling me that. Yes. I'm going to look into that because it's starting to get increasingly hard because if someone sends me an invite, I think Sarah can see it, but then she can't see it. I was like, dude, it's been in the calendar for like 3 weeks. And she's like, no, it's not. And then I'll have to like look up individual calendars like, oh God, you're right. You know, like it's been in my calendar. So I try to give her access to every single calendar that I have just because when someone else puts something in there, I want her to see it too.
Yeah.
You know? So she can plan or we can figure out, you know, like what needs to happen. Lately,
the only thing that doesn't sync up is my work calendar.
Why not?
I don't think that L'Auberge was access to.
Oh, that's
app,
right.
So
yeah.
You know.
I'm sure.
I have to track that one on my own. So when someone's like, hey, are you available? I'm like, hold up.
Let me see.
Like,
Let me see.
Cozy, we're good there, so.
Oh, I get that a lot. I for sure. Because I'm constantly looking. I'm like, can I do this?
Yeah. But I'm like, okay, they have a practice at 5. I got to leave by 4:30 to get to St. George and then drop them off. So
when you time block your week, do you put in like travel time too?
No, not unless I know it's like going to be far.
Yeah.
So I have something for MPI coming up and I just blocked out the whole morning because I know I'm going to have to like drive to New Orleans, drive back. And so by the time I get back, I'm going to have to be picking up a child to bring them somewhere because basketball season is approaching us. My oldest made varsity. So
really?
Apparently that's a big commitment at St. George and I'm about to find out.
Oh, you're about to find out firsthand.
Yeah.
You can tell me all about it.
So if you see me not at more LRA stuff, that's why. But I'm excited for him. So
my kid's doing basketball this year too. Every time Sarah signs them up for something, like you get like all these notifications, like these things were added to your calendar. You're like, that's a lot of stuff, dude. Yeah. That's a whole lot of stuff. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'm enjoying the shit out of myself.
Yeah,
to be honest.
we can keep going. We can wrap it up, whatever.
What do you have to do today?
I don't know. I didn't even look at my calendar yet. I feel it. I don't know if you see me keep grabbing my watch, but it's.
If you see
I'm
me
like,
do
how many
this,
people are trying to text me right now?
I'm like silencing things,
Yeah.
If I do this.
I got a whole slew of people trying to.
I turned that off on my watch though, because I can't.
I need to do that. I need to, because I'm like, I'll be in a meeting and I'll look. I'm like, that's so rude. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So I love that you just said that because whenever I'm talking to anybody, I find it very on my end. I understand. I don't judge other people when they look because you have to look. But for me, I want you to know that I care about you and that I'm here because of this. Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's like this podcast or like a one-on-one meeting, even my staff. Right. Like I won't answer phone calls no matter what during the middle. Like Pat will be like, well, you didn't see my phone call? I was like, no, I saw it. I was like, but at the time, this person was way more important than anything else I could deal with.
Yeah.
Right? Unless something's burning or something, you know what I mean? Like
if it says St. George School, I usually step away and answer it. But everybody leaves messages. And,
they leave messages and they'll text you. Yeah. So if I see a text after a couple of phone calls, then I'll be like, all right, maybe I got to look at this, right?
Yeah.
But other
you
than
don't
that,
want to be too available.
Yeah.
Because then they take advantage of you.
Mm-hmm.
I have that problem sometimes because I always answer. But when I'm doing something and I don't answer, like people freak out and they're like, are you alive? And I'm like, I'm capable of not answering right away.
Yeah.
But it's like, look, I have a lot of clients. A lot of people in my world are needy.
Yes.
They're good needy. I love all my clients, but they can be needy and they have my cell phone number and they know that. So if they need something, they ask.
Probably if they spend enough money, they probably feel like they should always be able to have access.
If they have my cell phone number, that means they spend enough money.
Yeah. Yep. There's certain clients where it's like, no matter what, I'm going to answer for you. Like you always take care of the ones who take care of you.
Yes.
Sarah, I'll forget to answer her back a lot. She'll be like, you didn't see my text? I'm like, I did, but I didn't really get a chance to.
That's who's saying, are you alive? My husband. I'm like, yeah, I'm alive.
Uh-huh. Well, now she tracks my location. So So I don't track hers at all. I'm not even sure how to pull up that app. It's probably like Find My Phone or something, right?
It is Find My Phone.
But I don't use that because I barely
She's
have
probably
time.
waiting for you to accept that you share both sides. But
because
I think when you send it or when she sends it, like you can accept it.
Oh, because she always has access to it. She'll stalk me. She'll be like, the other day I had a lunch meeting at Tremonti's right around the road, right around the corner. He's like, Tremonti's, huh? And I was like, yeah, you stalker.
Yes.
Like, she was like, always. I was like, dang, dude.
She's sitting in that office looking for you. I love it.
But she doesn't.
Atta girl, Sarah.
What that's eliminated is, hey, what are you doing? Text.
Right.
She'll know exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing it because if I can respond back, I'm usually calling her.
Yeah.
But if I can't, she'll know I'm in Hammond, I'm in Baton Rouge, I'm here, I'm doing this. And she has access to my calendar. So when she first asked, we never had this conversation, but I'll tell you, when she first told me about this, I was like, well, you don't trust me? That's the first thing you think about. And then now I'm like, dude, I'm glad that you know where I'm at because now I don't have to say anything because I always forget anyway.
Yeah.
I always forget. Like like check-ins, you know, like I don't have the time to check in, because usually if I'm talking to somebody, it's a conversation. It's not just like, hey, hi, bye. You know, I wish, you know, but what I do day to day, it's not that, you know.
Yeah.
It's building relationships with people. You know, it's fun. Dude, I like this. I like this. I've never had my equipment run out of batteries like this.
I mean, sorry.
Don't be sorry. Please don't be sorry. Because to be honest, I was kind of worried. I was like, what are we going to talk about? Like, I don't know you that well.
I guess that's why there's so much to talk about.
Yeah. I know. You're so interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how much you do.
I know.
Like, just even the things that I thought you did, I felt like your life was super freaking busy. But then now, wow.
Yeah. And look, my parents were busybodies. So growing up, you know, you see that as a child and you're like, wow, they work really hard. I want to do that too. And I want to be successful. And so like, it's just, my mom is like that mom who like, we would have parties and she would go all out. Even if you were just having people over, like you should have out something to eat and you should always provide drinks. I'm not a BYOB kind of gal.
Yeah.
You come to my house, I'm going to have everything. And I'm probably going to ask you like, what do you drink? Do you like Alani's? Or I'll see and I'm like, I'll make sure there's Alani's if you ever come to my house.
Oh,
That's just
I
like
bet
my
you
mom
do.
trained me that way.
I bet you do.
So naturally it helps in my job
Yeah.
because
You're
That's-
anticipating problems and needs before they come up, which makes people feel special.
yes.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I really like that. I'm trying to be more of that type of person, which is why I'm trying to show my kids the side of me that they don't see. Because if they just see the side at home, it's a completely different JP than a JP at work.
Yeah.
You know? So I want them to see a whole lot more of what daddy does, which I make them watch my podcast. They
That's
don't like it.
awesome.
They don't like
They
it at all.
don't?
No. And my line is, when
What are
I
they into,
die,
like-
you will. You know?
Yeah.
When I die, you're going to be happy that I did
That's
these
right.
things. You know? I like to think about the future anyway, as in like, I'm big fan of immediate gratification. Super big fan. But more importantly, I want to know that the decisions I'm making today are benefiting me 5 years from now. You know, like all of these things, it's only going to help, you know, especially what I'm trying to do,
Yeah.
which I disguise it as helping other people at first, but I can help other people and help myself at the same time.
Absolutely.
You know, Jada Cody said that when we did Wingsgiving. He was like, I've been following you. I've been seeing what you're doing. And I was like, you're highlighting other restaurants through your own. You know, he didn't say it in a bad way. And I was like, dude, it's people helping people, you know? Like, why can't both of us benefit from what I'm trying to do?
Yeah.
You know, like, why not? You know, like, I don't have to just promote our moms every day, all day. Why can't I promote everyone? You know, like, why can't, I mean, our mom's pretty inclusive name, right? Like, why can't we help every single person?
Yeah.
You know, like, it's
Building a community.
Yeah. I didn't understand how important that was until the LRA, to be honest. I knew from the outside how important community was, but until you feel how important a community is, it doesn't make sense. You know, like, it doesn't truly, once again, you have to feel it, right? Like, if you just talk about community is important, everyone says that, right? Because so you know community is important, but what does that mean? Community is, to me, is getting out what you put in. So if you're not putting anything, you're not going to get anything out of your community. And I hate the term networking.
Yeah.
I hate the term networking, even though I boil it down now to my definition is be in the right places at the right time, be around the right people, and show them that you care and help them, right? No matter what that means, right? Maybe I stay late and I help you pick up or something, right? Anything. It's so simple, but how can my actions show you that I care about you?
Yeah.
You know, and if I do that, that is networking. And that's what I love about like what we're doing right now. Not just the podcast. Obviously, this is super cool, but
Yeah.
The LRA part and like just being together. Do you find that the other organizations that you're in do you get the same thing out of it?
I don't. Now, I don't hold a board seat on any of those other organizations. So maybe that's made it different. I don't know. But I think we have something special with the LRA for sure.
Because after this, I want to do more things, which I don't know how I'm going to fit it in, but I will fit it in because I know it's important.
Yeah.
You know, because the business side of things, you have to be out there. No one's going to remember you. I think, what's the term that everyone's been talking about? Like attention is the new currency or whatever it is. Like everyone's just fighting for attention. Our attention spans are so short that if you don't see you for like a day, you forget that you exist.
Yeah. And look, that happened to me when I lost all my followers and nobody saw me. And now I don't really exist. I don't get invited to influencer events. And maybe that being that the location that it was. And
Possibly.
Maybe work somewhere else. But it shouldn't be that way.
I was about to say, do your own and I'll come to that one.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. So we are revamping weddings. We're doing like a weddings package. We're really trying to go after couples and show L'Auberge as like a premier wedding venue. So we're looking at doing some stuff in the future with that.
Dude, invite me. I'll do it. So
we definitely need some hype videos and things like that. So.
I just want to help people through video because that's what I do, because I enjoy doing it. And if I enjoy doing something, it doesn't feel like work, because the amount of stress that I have normally like day to day, editing a video is nothing. It is actually fun. Yeah. It's time consuming.
It is time consuming.
It kind of sucks from time to time, you know, especially if you don't want to do it for somebody.
But the results, when you get it, it sticks. It's very rewarding.
You know,
and you're like, I did that shit.
Yeah. I love it. Like doing just walking up to people and talking to them and like recording it. Like,
yeah, that was fun how y'all did that at Oktoberfest.
I want to do more of that.
Yeah. I was like, where was I?
Yeah.
I don't know when y'all came to the L'Auberge table. My poor chefs, they're never in the public eye. They don't really answer a lot of questions. They probably just help prep the food. And so I was like, ooh, okay.
They did awesome. Good. They did really good.
I was proud of them. But I was like, where was everyone? Yeah. Where was I?
Running around, making sure the event was going. Yeah.
Who actually made the dish. He wasn't in the video. Yeah. Brian Toomey. He was wearing like the black. And then Amanda, who I'm trying to get on the board, and hopefully she starts to come to more things, because I don't actually hold a board seat. I'm just a past president for the LRA. So someone else from L'Auberge can sit on the board.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
dude, bring them.
Yeah.
Well, the team that you brought was super cool.
Yeah.
They didn't, now that you mentioned that, it took a little prodding for them to.
Yeah. That's like my banquets. Like they do all the events at L'Auberge, and so they're like behind the scenes, which was nice to put them in front of the camera and let people see like who's cooking the food back there.
Yeah.
Now, Brian isn't our banquet chef. He is our chef in ESPN Bet. But and I think he's been helping at 18. But we did hire a new executive chef at 18, and he was there as well to see the event. So I thought that was cool that he came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I said it in that video. I love to meet the people who make my food.
Yeah.
I want to know. Because, I mean, there's
a lot of people making a lot of food at L'Auberge.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's a lot of kitchens, everything. Like,
how many kitchens are there, by the way?
So we have the banquet kitchen. Yeah. We have the kitchen at 18. ESPN has its own kitchen. There is the kitchen for the buffet is insane. There's like just a garde manger kitchen. There's huge walk-in freezers there. There's like big boilers in the back, fryers in the back. And so that kitchen runs the buffet and the Asian restaurant. That one's the beast of all the kitchens. So how many was that? 5 kitchens just on property.
I know how much food is at that buffet.
Yeah.
The kitchen. You're going to have to give me a tour.
You can.
I need a tour.
Yeah.
I want to see this kitchen because holy crap.
And look, half of the battle is like the cleaning after, you know, in a restaurant. That's one of the most important things. If you have like a clean kitchen, like you know, so it's a lot.
It's oh my God, it's overwhelming a lot.
Yeah.
But the team was cool at Oktoberfest.
Yes.
My biggest regret about that video is how close you guys were to the music, because that was so hard to edit that audio. It was so loud.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Which is what Jason wanted. And he was like, put everybody in. And I was like, oh, what, like, okay.
It was very cool from a being there standpoint.
Yeah.
From a me recording audio with a microphone.
Yeah.
Super tough to isolate that out. Once again, I love a good challenge, which is why I want to do more of these, because I keep getting better at them. Because every time I'm like, dude, I messed up on this. I messed up on this.
Yeah.
Because it's just not the skill of interviewing people, because that's tough.
Yeah. I mean, I think the more you do it, the more comfortable you feel.
This will probably be, I think that was like my 3rd event that I did. And I want to do more. I'm doing St. Francisville this weekend.
Oh, fun. I love it out there.
So I'm bringing Sarah on Saturday for Bubbles and Barbecue.
Fun.
And I'm going to call it work, even though I'll just be eating and drinking. Like, I would normally do that anyway, but I'm just going to ask people questions about what they do, and then I'll put the videos together, and then kind of the way I look at it is these videos keep the excitement for the event going well after the event's over, because that's, you still, once again, it's attention.
Yeah.
You know, like I want people to remember Oktoberfest,
right?
You know, because once it's done, who's going to say anything about it anymore?
Yeah.
You know, on the other end of it though. So everyone's got to benefit from this, right? So I'm obviously going to benefit from this. Next year, when someone Googles LRA Oktoberfest, all of my things come up first.
That's right.
I know. I didn't think about that because I thought it was just me like searching my own things on my computer. So I was like, dude, I'm like at the top of all my stuff. I met with some folks, completely not restaurant related. Was it last week? And I was like talking about that, like how important it is to use the right, keywords and everything in your description, because when someone searches for this, you will be the first person that pops up. And then I was like, can y'all pull your phones out real quick and just look up LRA Oktoberfest and then tell me what you see? Because I thought maybe it was like my algorithm that was showing me my own stuff. And then sure enough, it popped up. And I was like, dude, next year, boom, free PR, dude.
Yeah.
So I want to do this for more people. Like why wouldn't I do this for, especially the people that I care about?
Right.
Like this is,
I love that.
This is fun. It's fun for me. It's decompressing and I'm helping people. And you're not going to see the benefit for probably a year from now, which I'm not worried about, because in the moment I'm doing it for a different reason. But when it starts to compound, next year, the year after that, like it's just going to keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
And by that time, hopefully I'm better. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I know someone could see one video, like let's say you put L'Auberge in the comment section of and then like people who often see videos of L'Auberge or they go to L'Auberge, like naturally the algorithm's going to like show them that, then you'll get more traction. Then they see someone like Megan, like I love Rufinos, and they go to the chef's segment. And so it just spirals. It could be 10 videos back, or it could be your most recent one. It's crazy.
It's
all just bringing attention and building your community, because it's Our Mom's page. And then they're going to be like, I've never been to Our Mom's. This dude seems really cool. He's got a lot of fun people on his show. Let me go to eat at Our Mom's. So naturally, it is working.
It is working. Yeah.
Not that I need to tell you that or justify it for you.
Well, no, but it makes it so good to hear from somebody else, because when you're in the middle of it, I don't think that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not working, because once again, I want to see it now,
I feel like I'm working right now. I mean, like Kerrie Kikendall is a personal brand, but also I represent L'Auberge.
Yeah.
And so I have to put myself out there and let people know what I do. And so that naturally will make them want to have their events or continue to have their events at L'Auberge.
So the know, like, and trust. I bring that up a lot. We talked about the 7-11-4 rule.
Yeah.
That's how you build know, like, and trust. Anybody who's in sales knows that. Now, like people will buy from people they know, like, and trust.
Yep.
How do you create that? Especially like on social media. It's these things. It's podcasts. It's snippets. Like when so we never talked about this. So when we're done with this podcast, I'll give you the long form of it, and then I'll send you a Google Drive link. And then depending on what my editor does, he'll cut down snippets, and then he'll just give them to me. So then I'll give you those two, so you can do whatever you want with those. So
y'all put them in YouTube as like shorts.
We do.
That's what I noticed with the Oktoberfest stuff.
We do, yes. So
because that's all my kids watch is YouTube shorts.
That's all I watch too.
Right? It's just like stories. People want that instant
right away. Just give me what I need to know. I don't know if I want to listen to the
whole thing, but like give me a snippet, and maybe that catches me, and then I'll go and I might watch the whole thing. So even
then, I don't think most people are going to watch the whole thing, but they'll watch that short little snippet, and they'll start to get an idea of who I am, what I stand for, the things that I care about. And I have been putting them out there, but not as much as I should be. So when you said that, I was like, I could be doing a better job at this.
Yeah.
But for my current, what I, do what you say you're going to do kind of goal is I'm posting the long one. As long as I post a long one, I'm cool. I have probably 300 shorts right now, like snippets. I call them snippets because whenever I save them, I call them snippets, but technically shorts.
Yeah.
I have like over 300 shorts right now that need to be posted. And I want to do them from my own personal page, like the JP Instagram, Facebook / right?
I'm gonna have to go follow you.
Yeah. And I want to do it from there, but I haven't brought myself to do it yet. Because I'm
just do it.
I know.
That's what everyone's always. I'm like, just post it.
I will do it for sure, because I didn't want to do it because I sent them, like, we have a shared folder for my marketing company, and they do most of my posting. So I wanted them to do it, but then I was like, nope, I don't want you to do that, because I don't want to clog our main page with like images of me. Like, yes, I am the business, but at the same time, that's not what I think people are going to go to my page for. They're going to want to see the events that we do. They're going to want to see like the food that we make, our staff, right? They're not going to want to see JP talk about like the 1-3-1 rule. You know what I mean? But for the people that I'm trying to attract in a different way, that's important. Yeah. So I do want that out there for sure. And that's why I've been saving these in its own folder on my desktop, because I'm going to sit down one day and I'm going to schedule all of these out. Or I might have to hire somebody to do that for me, because at this point it's a little overwhelming. Yeah. So I might hire somebody to.
I know. I have a lot of friends that recently they're like, I need somebody to do that for me. Yeah. And like in the back of my head, I want to be like, I can do that for you. But then I'm like, do I add more to my plate? Yeah. But like, I know I can do it, but it's like.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I know. I have a hard time with that. I'm a yes person.
I'm trying to learn that, because if I can help you, I will. But if you help them once, they're going to want you to do it again. And then what are you going to do? Just do it once for them? Right. And what are you going to do? Show them? Because it takes time for them to learn. Yeah. So I'm not going to do that either.
And some people don't even want you to. They just want you to do it.
And which is why we have the video production business. Yeah. But because everyone wants the benefits of what we're doing right now, but nobody actually wants to do it. You know how hard it is to learn cameras, Hopefully it's going to get a lot easier soon with AI, to where like you just point at things and like everything's just perfect, right? But until then, you're still just capturing light, and like people don't get that. Your lighting is really good, by the way. I don't know where you're shooting, but your lighting is always good. It's very consistent.
That's come over time.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to figure it out. I'm that girl when you take a group picture, I'm like, no. We can't be behind, like light can't be behind us. We need to turn. Yep. So, and everyone makes fun of me for it, but it's a better picture, and you're welcome.
If I have to take a picture, it used to be like, well, JP knows how to do this. And you're like, oh, really, dude? Yeah. Like, can we just take the picture and be done with it? But now if you ask me, like, all right, let's move, let's do this, right? And then I'm trying to find the right angles and the right lighting and see where it's coming from. Yeah. Because on like one of these types of cameras, it's so much easier to
I don't have
shoot anywhere.
What are these? Canon?
Sony's.
Yeah, Sony. I have a Canon. I don't even know what the name of it is. I used to geek out over it, but because I would set up my tripod and I would go in the streets and take a picture of my outfit because I was getting paid for it. Now it's like, I'll just shoot on my iPhone.
They're so good now.
Yeah, they're better.
But
it still looks better when you take it with the camera.
It is. You can do more with it.
Yes. Then I get better filters in Lightroom when I take it with my camera. But
that's the part that I like, is playing with it after the fact. Yeah. Like taking it is very cool, don't get me wrong, but just something about just like moving sliders back and forth. Yeah. It's just not mind numbing, because you're still flexing creative muscles, but at the same time, it's not a life or death situation. It's not urgent. Yeah. No one's like calling you and saying like, where is this? You're just like, kids are sleeping, like I'm just editing photos or editing videos, and then I don't have to finish right away. Yeah. Like I can do it tomorrow. I like that part a lot, but
I love that this is helping you like express your creativity and all that.
It does.
Because there's not a lot of people that do that or like embrace it. Yeah. I guess. Especially in the hospitality world. A lot of us are like old school, behind the scenes, it's always worked for us, and just work hard and it'll happen.
Work hard, take pictures of your food, and you're like, dude, no one cares about the food anymore.
Too, but
right now,
you need to embrace the technology side of things.
I have a I don't know if it's a hard and fast rule, but it's ratios of what I need to post, right? I need to post community stuff. I need to post staff stuff. I need to post food stuff. I need to post drink stuff. Yeah. And then now I'm trying to throw in a little bit of JP and Trent,
Have you had Trent on the show?
No, but I told him before I started, like months and months ago. Once again, I plan things out. Like in my head, I know how things are going to play out. So I told him 6 months ago, I was like, you and me are going to do this. Yeah. He was like, no way, dude. I was like, I'm going to start first. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make it super easy. And then you and me, we're going to do this. Which is why we did Eat the Boot together.
Then you guys can tell your story together.
We did Patty G. We're really good. We've known each other for so long and we know everything about each other. So our banter back and forth is fun.
Yeah.
You know, like if you like for the Patty G show and for the Eat the Boot, we just make fun of each other, but in like the funnest way possible, if that makes sense. You know, like just two best friends. We didn't start off as best friends. We started off as just strict business partners. And then now we can probably say best friends, right?
Yeah.
And my kids call him Uncle Trent.
Aww.
You know, so it's evolved into that, but that was a lot of conversations that you had to learn people. It's a lot of arguments that you had to have, a lot of disagreements, but a lot of agreements as well. And learning people, especially our personalities, are two completely different ones. We're completely different people. So that's the part that I like the most, is because we try to figure each other out, and we always have, and it makes it work. But you have to care about the person to put that much effort in, because you gravitate to the people that you know, right? So if you don't know somebody, or you don't know that type of personality, you don't really want to mess with it. So you have to force yourself to kind of mess with it. Be like, dude, I'm going to figure you out, right?
Right.
He's going to figure me out. I'm going to figure him out. And at this point, we know our strengths and our weaknesses. So we don't have to tell each other anymore. You're like, all right, cool. You're going to do this and I'm going to do this because of X, Y, Z.
That's
right?
nice.
But before, be like, why don't you do this? And it's like, well, you don't want to say it. It's like, because I don't want to. I'm not good at it.
Right.
I'm not going to have fun doing that, right? You know? But now we know like where we stand like as two people together. It makes it a lot more fun to be around, because you don't have to pretend. You don't have to. My insecurities are just they're everywhere. You know, I mean, like I don't have to tell him my insecurities, and you know, like. But when we do podcasts, when we talk together, we get to poke at each other a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, which to me is the fun part. Like you have to be able to poke at each other.
Oh yeah.
You know, because if not, you're not really friends.
Yep.
You know, so, and that's what I like when people get to see, like, there's like, wow, y'all are like really good together. And I'm like, we just known each other for so long now, dude. You know, like we care about each other. We're never going to say that. I think he said on like Eat the Boot, he was like, I never say anything nice about JP, but I'm about to, you know, and it's like, it kind of hurts us a little bit to say something nice to each other.
Yeah.
Cause we know all the nice things, but I'd rather make fun of you. You know, I'd rather like kind of give you shit a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, because to me, that tells you that I care about you, you know, because if I don't give you shit, do I really care about you? You know, like I got to mess with you, right? Because I want you to mess with me. You know, like that's what we're all doing this for. Like, we're not doing this to make me feel better, you know, like, oh, you're such a great person. Dude, don't say that to me. You know what I mean? Don't say things like that. It's weird. So we don't do it when it's just us, but when there's other people around, like we kind of have to. And then I get to make fun. I was like, dude, don't say that to me.
No.
You know what I mean? Like even on camera and stuff. So it makes for a really good time. So he will do it. He said it last week. He was like, bro, we should get on this. I was like, do you not remember what I told you at the beginning?
Right.
I was like, this is happening. Like my plan is happening right now, as I told you it was happening. And I think whenever we do that, we can start building a even larger community of just bringing people on that we can talk to. Because Trent owns a construction company, a very nice construction company, and some health clinics, and between the restaurants and video production, like we kind of do a lot of stuff that we can
I didn't
bring
know that
in.
y'all did all that.
Yeah, so we can bring in a lot more people to talk to, which then builds the community even more. So now it's just not a restaurant community. Now it can be more of a, let's say, Baton Rouge, Louisiana community.
Yeah.
Which the more people we can
Put us on the map, JP.
I know. It wasn't the original game plan. The original game plan was just to raise awareness for the
Right.
businesses that we have. But knowing what this does for other people now, I'm like, dude, let's do this for more people. You know, like I enjoy this. The right people. So I will tell you this. I am going to say this out loud. I don't even care. Like people have asked to be on it, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm kind of busy this week, or, you know, like, but it's probably because I don't want to do it.
No.
Because I don't want to support the people that I don't believe in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm not doing it for the PR side strictly of it, I'm doing it because I'm bringing on cool people that I want to get to know.
Yeah.
Which is how it's always started. I don't have a script for how these podcasts go. All I know is this is what I know about you. I want to know more, which is why this is taking so long, because there's so much I'm learning about you today.
know.
It is absolutely crazy. And I said this last time too. I don't bring on anybody that I don't plan on bringing on again, because if I'm going to bring you on, it's because I like you for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And it's just conversations.
I know. This has been super easy.
We don't do we don't do anything out of the ordinary.
Right.
It's not tough.
Yeah.
And the more content you have, the easier it's going to be for your entire life.
Yeah.
Your entire life. Because you never know when someone Googles L'Auberge, what are they going to see? They're going to see, hopefully they see this podcast.
They know my name normally pops up.
Yeah.
I will say that. Because I am one of the only phone numbers and emails listed on our website.
Oh, really?
So normally you do see my name. So
now.
So hopefully that,
So hopefully for you, this is what we can do for you for just this one podcast, and there's going to be more, right? Or the videos that we do together from now until however long. But when do people still Google? I chat GPT a lot now.
I Google.
I still Google, but
I do
not
Google
as much.
Lens too.
Oh.
Love me Google Lens.
Yeah.
Have you done Google Gemini? Because that's how I made my ghost face.
Really? I do Gemini when I need to create like app scripts for spreadsheets and stuff. So when I need to like automate things, or I wouldn't say like create programs, but like whenever I need to make spreadsheets work better for me, I don't have to like Google like how to Excel,
It's weird how all the AI platforms are different.
Yes.
Because my husband told me about Grok.
Yeah, I haven't used that one yet.
So I use that one probably the most.
Really?
But then I also have whatever's in like your Microsoft email. I don't know what it is.
What is that one?
It's like colorful. What is it called?
I don't know. I don't know.
But I
which
use that one
they
sometimes
have.
for work.
Yeah.
Not as often, but I use Grok probably more than anything.
Like anything Google products, I'm a Gemini person for that, right? Notebook LM, I use that one.
I don't use that.
I use that one for training materials and
Okay.
stuff, because you feed it only what you want it to pull from. So I can take all my training materials, my handbooks and everything, and then it only pulls from that information. So it's not like an everyday thing for me, but my chat GPT is trained.
Yeah.
So
it knows like everything already about L'Auberge. And I'm like, I didn't even say L'Auberge, but you assumed that it was because I come in here so often and put that in there.
Every so often I have to go and clear the memory.
Yeah.
So I can give it new memories.
Right.
But it knows me so well, and I create, it's not profiles, but even though I probably should, because I used to just write down notes about people, like, because I try to remember things about them, like, this person, their dog's name is Sam or whatever it is, right? Just something, just so I can have like, I meet so many people that I want to show you that I care, but like sometimes I forget things, and
I'm a sticky note kind of girl.
Yeah.
So if you look at my computer screen, well, I just got a new office, so there's no sticky notes yet, but I will put sticky notes like to help me remember.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing, which is, it looks like I'm unorganized a lot, but I know exactly where everything is and why it's there, because if I put it away, I'll forget about it. And then if I forget about it, I won't use it, or I won't do it, or something.
Yeah.
So it has to be out in the open. Sarah hates that. She absolutely hates that.
Is she like a minimalist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like our kitchen. I'm like, dude. So she gives me my corner. Like right when you walk in, every so often she'll like organize it for me. But I'm like, dude, I know where everything is. Like, I have a very bad problem of holding on to tax documents and not doing anything with them. But as long as you file them in the right place and you can find them later, then you're good.
Yeah.
My filing is just putting them in the corner until I need them.
Yeah.
And then when I need them, I'll organize it. So there's a GTD system that I follow, getting things done. I think David Allen is the guy. But I love that system because it just works so well for me. It's if your brain's for having ideas, not for storing ideas. So I created a widget on my phone to where I just slide it over, hit one button, type in whatever I need to, close it, don't worry about it again. When I do need to worry about it, like when I need to process all the things that I wrote, and then I can categorize it. Is it our moms? Is it Lana Oliver? Is it family? Is it home and personal, right? I can categorize everything, and then I can go into each one of those and then figure out what I need to do for the day. So I'm a big fan of digitally capturing everything. Everything's digital for my calendar, my to-do list, all of it. But my daily to-do list, I write it down. I have to write it down because if I don't, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
So you kind of just pick 5 things I'm going to crush today. And then you write those things down and then you crush those 5 things because it used to be like, how do you clear out your to-do list? And you don't. You just don't. I used to think you could. which created a lot of stress for me. I was like, why can I never get this to-do list down? And you're like, oh, because I keep adding like 4 things every single hour, you know? But then, yeah, no,
I don't even have a to-do list.
it's crazy.
Because it's continuous.
Yeah.
I can't write it. I can't write what I have to do down.
Yeah.
Like there's too much. And sometimes it doesn't happen. So just like whatever I can do at that moment of time, I just do it and I don't write it down.
I know that feeling. So how I fixed it for me anyway is I write down everything that I need to do, but some things you might not need to do forever. Or not forever, like now, it might be an idea. So I have a category that says ideas for later. And if I tag it as ideas for later, it gets off of my list. So I still I still have it somewhere that I need to do this, right? Because I want to do videos for like kids' night, you know? And like, I was like, what am I going to get to? Like, it is important. It should get done, but it's not on my list of like top priorities right now. So if I can tag it as an idea for later, it leaves my big to-do list, but it's still stored somewhere so my brain is happy. And if I ever have the time, which now that I say it out loud, I don't visit that ideas for later box very often because it's always something way more pressing in my to-do list. But that's how I've gotten to where like all the things that I write down aren't so overwhelming. Because I don't like letting people down. Yeah. So I
guess I just don't like to be confined to just that to-do list. I don't know. Because like with my job, it's constant. There's always something to do. So like I can't write it down because I'm scratching it out as soon as I write it down. Like my to-do list is to make a to-do list scratch. Like, you know, like, that's what the nature of the beast is for me. And it's like, then my phone rings and then here's my next to do. So it's hard for me to like dial in on exactly what needs to be done. That's why I guess I don't have a list.
Well, somehow you still.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I need a list.
Yeah. I was about to say your brain doesn't
the ultimate
need that.
multitasker. Yeah. That's what I like to say.
My brain can't do that. And as much as I wanted it to do that, it just can't do that. Yeah. So I have to write it down because I'm so forgetful. But I used to forget things that were important. So now I don't forget the important things anymore. But you were talking about like write a to-do list, cross. I felt like it had to be like a to-do list was like all the big major things. And then now, even if I finish something for the day, I still write it on my to-do list and I already cross it out as I write it. So for me, it's more like I guess a dopamine tool. Yeah. You know? So as I start crossing things out, I want to do more. I figured out how I operate. Yeah. I'm not that different from everyone, but I'm different from a lot of people. And what works for me doesn't work for most. And I know that, but if you look around, like everyone's telling you what to do, like you need to do this and bro, you don't know me. Right. You know, like I'm completely different. So if you can figure out what makes you tick and like how you can be most productive, then that's all you need. Like there's so many productivity systems out there that I've gone through and I've given a chance to, and they didn't work. The only one that works for me truly is to brain dump and then sort through it later, because I don't want to sort through it now. Yeah. You know, that kind of sucks. Yeah. But like once a week, I'll sit down and I'll categorize all the things I need to do into the right buckets. And then I can start knocking them out one at a time whenever I have the time, I guess. But that's I
guess that's the difference of like being a business owner compared to like, I don't own my business. So like, I don't need to come up with all these like, I mean, I need new concepts, things like that. But like yours is like deeper, you know, as far as like the budget and making sure like the flow of the restaurant happens. Like there's other people at the casino that handle that for me. And I am so happy for that. But yeah.
I'm adopting that, because if I hire the right people and I find the right people and we're aligned on the same values, I'm going to be able to build that team. That's the part that I don't know how to do very well right now. I'm very good at doing things. I'm very bad at delegating. No, I'm really good at delegating. What I'm really bad at is letting you let me down for a long time. Yeah. Because I think people take time to learn, but sometimes that learning curve, they disguise that, right? But it's really because they don't care. Mm-hmm. So I can't figure that out immediately, which is where Trent helps me out a lot. Is I was like, dude, tell me when enough is enough. in terms of like helping people. Because he doesn't say it at the very beginning. He'll be like, hey man, you did this last week, and they don't seem to be like, it's cool though, because they said they're going to do this and we're going to do this week, and this is why it's going to work, right? And then next week he'll be like, well, you said that 2 weeks in a row. And I was like, I know, but for real though, like they really care, they really want this. And then like 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, and I'll be like, bro, and I'll be like, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. But it takes me that long sometimes to figure it out because I'm very trusting. Like I want to believe the best in people. You can't go through life not trusting people, well, for me anyway, for my personality.
Yeah. I have a harder time with that.
Yeah. Trusting people.
Yes.
It's hard. They let you down all the time.
I know.
But you got,
sometimes I'm just like, I'll just do it myself.
It's easier.
And that's my problem. I can delegate, but like, I also just, I know I can do it the right way.
Yep.
Faster.
Yep.
Like, so I just do it. But I'm like, that's not, as a manager, that's not the right way.
It's not. It's
and so I'm learning that as
we're learning it together.
Yeah.
Good, because I feel like so many people pretend like they have it figured out, but they don't.
Yeah.
They're just telling people what to do, and these people still aren't getting it done.
Right.
Like I know how to tell people what to do, but the step after that, how do you get the same results as me in the exact same time frame? That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And everyone says training, right? I am trying to, but I'm really training myself. I have that saying now. It's like, what got me here won't get me there, because it won't. The person that I was that did all of these things, it's not going to get me to that next level. It's only going to get me right where I'm currently at. So if I don't change, if I don't do something different, I'm never going to get those different results that I'm looking for. It didn't occur to me, but I said this somewhere to somebody. I used to be the cook. Like 15 years ago, I was cooking in the kitchen, right? And it was awesome. I loved it. That's why I started the restaurant, because I love to cook. I love to make people happy. And I said something about the day that I realized that I had to take care of the guests and I couldn't cook anymore. I didn't realize it in the moment. It's just something that I had to be, like had to become. And I called it a work persona. Like normal JP didn't just walk up to a random table and say, hey, how's it going, guys? Like, what's going on? Like, and let's talk about our life stories, right? I wasn't that person, but I had to be. So I knew it wasn't who I was, at the core. But as a work persona, if you can label it, I was like, dude, I got it. Dude, work JP, I got this, right? Work JP goes to events, like work JP does this, work JP does this. So it made it a lot easier to figure it out. But the person that I need to become now, I can kind of see it, but being in it, it's hard. And, talking to people like you, like, how do you juggle so many things? How do you delegate? Like, how do you take not a step back from work? It's a step back from that role that now someone else has this role.
Yeah.
Like
that's tough.
You've done every step along the way. So you know how to do every single thing, like going down. But if you're always doing these things, how are you going to do future Kerrie things?
Right.
Future Kerrie's got things that they have to do, things that you don't even know that you have to do yet.
Yeah. I feel like this year has been a good path for me. Like as now the director of sales, I'm going to be 40. Like I'm developing my team at L'Auberge. Like, so it's been a good development year for me, which is crazy because it's like a big monumental birthday as well. So I feel like this has been like a good year for that. And me last year probably would have never said that this was what my year looked like this year.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think changed?
I don't know. I pushed for this role and I think it finally kind of happened without getting into all the details of the actuals. But yeah, I think it finally was like the recognition that I deserved. And so like it helped me, I guess, feel more reinvested in the business in a sense.
Like your efforts were not validated, but they were going somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because we talked about that. Like I don't think what I'm doing in the moment always works, but I do know because I planned it out that it will work. But in the moment you don't feel that way.
Yeah.
I wonder how I don't know. How do you teach that to somebody?
I don't know if you can. I just think it's like going through the experiences and them getting firsthand, which is what I want my team to do.
Yeah.
So like if I'm not at the event and I'm not hands-on, they're going to learn more. But I know I need to be at the event too.
Yeah.
So like I have an event tonight that I'm sitting at the table and I'm there as a guest, but I'm also like evaluating everything. But I'm not behind the scenes. I'm not making sure that every little thing is perfect. And the team has to do that because I've already done that. So they have to learn.
Do you feel like if you do an event at L'Auberge, like you can never really relax?
Oh yeah. Not even the auction. Everyone's always like, have fun. I'm like,
I can't.
I fucking work here.
I work here. Like
everyone knows who I am. It's not like I just started working yesterday. I've been here for 13 years. Like the guys in surveillance know who I am. I can't do anything wrong. Like, what are you talking about? So,
I forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can do that.
No. And look, the auction is, they get down. You know,
They do get down.
The parents have a good time.
I forget that there's so much surveillance over there.
Oh yeah. All the time.
That's insane.
Yes. But
do they really go through that and watch?
oh yeah. There's like a whole department. Sorry, my phone's been ringing. Just checking to see if it's not the school. Is it Sarah calling?
I'd labeled mine as St. George Robot because it's that whatever the Sunday message that comes in. But whenever she calls me too, it shows up as St. George Robot. So I'm like, do I answer the robot call? And she's like, and then she'll text me and she'll be like, answer the phone. I'm like, oh, it's you. I thought it was the robot, dude. Because I don't listen to those.
Yeah.
The good thing about having Sarah is she'll tell me exactly what I need to do, when I need to do it. And I've gotten kind of used to that. You know, like I don't feel like I'm like a regular parent at St. George. Like I feel like I have like an inside track.
Yeah.
I do have an inside track.
I feel that way about everybody who's like has either a teacher who works there or someone in like the office or even the church office. Like Ashley Fobb, who's up there, like she knows that. So when I need to know, I'm like, Ashley, what you got?
Yep. Everyone needs that. Trent loves that because like all of our friends do. They'll just text me to text Sarah. They'll just text Sarah directly.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like what happens? I missed this deadline, you know? And she'll be like, dude, it's cool. Do this X, Y, Z. And I'm like, oh, like everyone needs that.
Yes.
You know? And I'm lucky.
The inside at the school.
Dude, that's a powerful position if you think about it.
Yeah.
You know everything.
Right.
I know nothing. So I have to ask somebody. Even like they'll ask me because they think I know. And then I'll just have to text Sarah, be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And then she'll usually start with like, you weren't listening earlier.
Right.
I'm like, it's not for me. It's for somebody else. And then it'll still be like, you weren't listening. I'm like, I wasn't listening. Like, I heard something about it. I knew we were good, but I didn't really get the whole thing about it. But that's what I did. Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of fun at that auction.
I know.
For sure.
You're going to be there.
I'm going to be a lot more comfortable this year. Last year I was a little uncomfortable. You know, I didn't.
Well, Pants Party is the band.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh, dude, very cool.
Yeah. So
I feel like what we've been doing lately has been, it's making me more comfortable doing social stuff.
Yeah.
Because this was the second time we saw Pants Party. They're gonna come on and do the podcast too. So I'll get to know them a little bit better as well. Yeah.
I feel like they're a good group. I don't know them all that well, but
they're super fun.
Yeah.
Like I love that the energy that they bring. And isn't one like a doctor or surgeon or something?
Yeah, but I think he recently like quit and now he's just doing the band.
Dude.
Yeah.
What a cool
that's a
story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how do you go from being a surgeon to like, I just want to be a drummer. I just want to live my dreams. Because he's already probably
That's
lived
going to be a fun
yeah.
one for you.
I'm going to be excited.
They have a cool dynamic.
It's going to be fun for me because I've never done a podcast that large. So I need to figure out the technical side of how do we do this?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how. Like, I don't even know if we have that many seats in this thing, right?
Right.
So
get one big long couch.
Yeah, I'll have to bring that couch over there in here, and then we'll bring them in and
put some stools behind it,
like
Real Housewives reunion style.
Oh, that's how they do it. Probably
they have stools back there for the husbands.
Yeah, I'll make the drummer sit on it. But no, that's going to be super cool because like meeting more people, I guess, makes it more comfortable for me to go to these events and know more people. When you know somebody, they'll introduce you to somebody else, and the next time now you'll know two people. And out of JP's comfort zone, a lot out of my comfort zone.
I don't see that, but
well, it's just you and me right now. If you see me in, you saw me at the very beginning, like the first LRA stuff. I didn't say anything to anybody.
Yeah,
I just sat there. You know, I was like, I kind of nodded,
observing,
and
feeling everybody out.
Mm-hmm. And then now you can't get me to shut up.
Right.
You know, but before.
I mean, we're going on 3 hours. Or
Dude, I love it. I love it.
I know. My phone is like blowing up, but I'm like, look, I'm here. I'm in it.
This is, like I said, it's fun for me.
Yeah.
You know, if you had somewhere to go, I'd be like, oh, we can call it.
I do have a meeting at 2.
Well, just to let you know, you can run the cameras after I leave, but I'll be leaving at 12:30.
What time is it right now?
We gonna have to wrap it up.
Oh, dude, we do have to
part
wrap this
2.
up. We are going to do a part 2. So, Megan had the best idea. She said that we should get all of us together in this room, some drinks, and we just talk. Like exactly what we're doing right now. I
love that. I'm in too.
I'm totally into that because I think it's going to be super freaking fun.
It'd be cool if you had like a roaming camera that like, you know, have you ever seen those owls? We use them at work and it follows you. So whoever's talking, it like captures you. Someone might get dizzy with that because we talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like it would just stay on Mickey Freiberg the whole time. Yeah. Bless.
I love when that dude talks.
I know.
I love it. Oh man. He says some of the funniest things. Oh God, I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely have to do this again because this.
Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Dude, thanks for talking.
Now that I know that you're selective on who you.
Yeah. Well, now that
I'm interesting enough to make it to the show.
Yeah. Well, you're cool enough.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
I don't know what the metric is for me to do this, but it has to be someone that I respect, someone that I care about, someone that I want to know more about. And it's not everyone. You know, like there's not enough time. I'm not a podcaster.
Right.
You know, like I have a real job, you know, like I can't do this forever. But what I can do is fill my cup, you know, and this is how I do it.
Yeah. And look, filled mine too. So
awesome.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. I'm glad. So now we'll have plenty of content.
Yes.
You can do whatever you want with it.
And I look forward to seeing it on your personal page.
It will be. It will. The snippets, yes. It will. I have to do it.
Yes.
I have to do it. I don't know why it's stopping me right now.
Yeah.
You know?
And look, when you post and like, let's just say it's 3 of them a day because you have so many of them.
I have a lot.
I mean, shit, you could only do 2 a day and then do like maybe a static post that's like on the next or whatever it may be, or it's a family pic. But they say 3 posts a day is really the threshold to get you in the algorithm's good graces.
So it takes,
not once a week like some of us, but.
So if it takes 11 interactions, if you post once a day, it's going to take you about 2 weeks before one person knows you well enough to kind of click on your stuff.
Yeah.
If you post 3 times a day, now you can get one person probably every week. So that's why you see all these other, let's call them influencers or content creators posting it 5 or 6 times a day, but you don't see 5 or 6 a day. You see their 1 every single day, but they're posting 5 or 6 because they're reaching 5, 6 times what they're reaching to you.
Yeah.
And then when you realize that it's just a numbers game, it makes it a little bit easier to understand because like, oh my God, like how can you post that many things about yourself? Like no one's going to see it, dude.
Right.
You know, like you're lucky
one
if
might
somebody,
take off and the others won't.
And that's why they post.
And then
so
weirdly,
much.
when that like one random one takes off, the ones around it take off eventually. And yeah, I had that same thing with TikTok. It was like I would post 3 times a day pretty much. And then I would just put that into my Instagram. And so like both were just flooded with content, but maybe 1 out of the 6 that are in the universe like made it and saw more engagement. It's crazy.
I wish I knew how it worked, but if I did, I'd probably be worth billions of dollars right now.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll figure it out together.
Yeah.
So now that I know that you like to do this, because that's a completely different game, right? Like the whole being in front of the camera game. I didn't know that about you before.
But if there were people sitting out here, I'd be like clam hand, not know what to say, super nervous.
Me too.
But like there's no one out. Well, I mean, besides your guy that was here earlier.
Yeah.
But
well, I brought him around enough events and that he's kind of like background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so now no one really notices him as like a stranger.
There's something about having like all eyes on you in a room and you're like, shit.
A lot. I hate that.
Or standing up and giving like a presentation. Ugh.
Once again, work JP.
Yeah.
Work JP can do this. Work JP can get up in front of anybody, talk to them, you know, make eye contact, you know, like move around the room. Like I know all those things, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any of it. I just want to have a conversation with somebody. So next time we have a conversation, we're going to have it over drinks.
Yes.
my favorite.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
thank you so much for coming in. I truly
pleasure.
enjoyed this.
Yes, me too.
Like, this was a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, I agree.
We're going to do more.
Yes.
Once again, see, it's so terrible. I can't end a podcast
I know.
ever because as I say something, it reminds me of something else because I tend to end most podcasts. Like, we're definitely doing this again. But now that this is the first time I've ever verbalized why I bring people on. But now it should make sense why I always end with, we're definitely doing this again.
Yeah.
Because that's why I brought you in.
Everyone wants to go to part 2.
Yeah. Because come on now.
Right.
So, but thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
It was very cool. I guess we wrap it up.
Yep.
Usually I just tell Jeff. But yeah, I was like,
The little thing.
yeah, we're done. So
He's like, I have to go to lunch.
Yeah.